Warning. The following presentation may contain excessive alcohol consumption, obscene language, controversial opinions, heavy metal, and actual wrestling chat. As such, it has been rated M for metal.
Welcome to the Mosh Pit. Welcome along to a very special episode of Mickey's Mosh Pit with me, the heavy metal hooligan, Mickey Vago. Now, we say special edition in that after the success of the birthday bash episode, I did say we were going to bring back these multi-man episodes in some form or other. So that's exactly what we've done here. We've invited a few of the guys on. We've dropped the quiz element. And because we're getting a few guys together, these ones where we've got a few of the guys on, I'm going to dub Mickey's Heavy Metal Mixer. It is a bit more chaotic in that now that we've dropped the quiz side of things, it is as lengthy, if not more. And this first one, we've brought in some of the younger, newer faces of WrestleZone. I know Archer's in there, and he's not a newer face. He's been around for what seems forever, but he is, as old as he looks, he is still one of the younger members of the WrestleZone roster. I will have to apologise on his behalf, though, because he did get a bit leery with the drink later in the episode, and he kind of goes into business for himself. So if you make it that far, just try and ignore him. That's what we were trying to do. But without wasting any more time, we'll just jump straight into it, as it is a lengthy episode. So here it is, the very first Mickey's Heavy Metal Mixer.
How did you get the warning?
That's new.
It's never showing that before.
You are consenting to re-record it. This isn't the first time I've had to sign something like this.
So I couldn't have got it. We just sneakily press on record now. Oh well. Right. Here we go. Nobody will see it. It's fine.
I'm gonna change my name. No, but just so Connor remembers.
Connor, you better change your name.
So I'll be like, "What's your opinion, friends?" Is great. Right, do your intro. There you go.
Right. Welcome along to the latest edition of Mickey's Mosh Pit, except this isn't Mickey's Mosh Pit. You've heard of the Catalina wine mixer. This is Mickey's Heavy Metal Mixer.
So, it's a fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Fucking hose.
So as you can see, we've got a number of guests in, so we'll do the rounds and we'll introduce the guests. So first up, we've got the guy who, barring the birthday bash episode, is responsible for the longest ever episode of Mickey's Mosh Pit. It is Dino Del Monte.
I regret nothing.
Only because you buried me in half of it.
Can you blame me though?
Next up is the guy who was the most buried in that episode. A guy who may or may not be able to play the guitar because we never heard that. It's Ryan Riley.
Can confirm, I do play the guitar. The laptop didn't pick it up, and I'm never even trying that again.
Allegedly, yeah. Allegedly. Next up, we've got my partner in The Rejected. He is the epitome of the grizzled young vet. It's Chris Archer. And lastly, we've got the current WrestleZone Tag Team Champion, although he's not defended the belt in about well more than 30 days. So
is he now got the longest reign?
Yeah, longest reigning WrestleZone Tag Team
just have some integrity and just forfeit the titles. Come on, it's Connor Inglis.
Geez it over.
Your name should be vacant.
We won them. They've been defended once, and it was in a singles match.
No, take away the "they" and then we'll call them that instead.
So yeah, I've just noticed this, but this could well be a tag team special. Just mentioning the belts here, but we've all got tag team guys in, myself and Archer.
Jesus.
Dino's outfit.
Ryan's had a bit too much, isn't it?
I would not call me a tag team specialist.
You're a tag team champion. Of course, you're a specialist.
I mean, fuck off.
I would say I have fluked my way into every victory.
So obviously I've spoken to Dino and Ryan and Archer before, but Connor, how about yourself? What have you been up to during lockdown? You've been keeping fit, I mean, obviously we're back at training now, but what have you been up to for the past year or so, apart from defending your tag team title?
No, I've been loving my reign as wrestling tag team champion. You know, it's been a very hard time, but we've managed to keep the belts through these strenuous times. No,
You've worked some big opponents, have you? A lot of imports have been in.
Yeah,
We've had COVID, Pfizer.
I've had Pfizer. No, I've not really been doing much. I mean, I finally moved to Aberdeen after years of bloody trekking through there.
That's what I say, the monster commute anymore.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm back in Forest. Literally, I moved through Aberdeen in September for adult nursing, like going to uni. But the second that training was allowed back, I was moving back here. So I'm still having to commute for training. Yeah, so still yesterday was having to do the hour and a half.
Are you back home? Are you back home for the summer? Is that?
We're back probably for a couple of months anyway until we me and my mates find a flat that we like. So, but yeah, a couple months anyway. So I will still be commuting to training. The best thing about moving Aberdeen.
2.5 hour drive to training and back. That is
two.
Only two.
Well,
I was putting you over.
Only two. Well, fuck. The next.
It depends. It depends on which car I'm driving. If I'm driving the new one, it's not that bad. If I'm driving the old big red box.
You still going?
Mate, that car didn't even before I got it. It had a cassette player, and now it doesn't even have a working radio. Like it is.
Cassettes.
You're not old enough for cassettes.
That's what.
Yeah, what's that? I don't even.
That's why you never worked. You could never figure out what it was.
You know what?
Trying to put a CD in the hole.
I was trying to put my iPhone
It's
in the
obviously
cassette
for your
player hole.
phone. That's where their phone
Yeah.
is.
I mean, the phone was fitting there.
Looking half a TV there, you know.
Yeah, I thought you were wearing the eerie moodlight.
But yeah, like I said, everyone's, well, as we record this, somebody back at training next week, but everyone's had 2 weeks at this point, apart from me. We don't have Archer. Have you been back? Because I think you're on a different night.
I think I went back last week. I missed the first week, but as soon as I said I got in, I thought, oh, fuck. That's a cardio's gone. Fuck. Non-existent.
But then you're in there with the proper young guys, don't you?
I can't. Don't you remind me?
See, cardio can't be gone if it's never there to start with.
Work smarter, not harder, pal.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did not do that last night.
It was fun working Invisible Men at training last night. It was an experience. Dino was wrestling a punch bag.
As you do.
Did he win?
I lost the first match. I put him over the first match, and then the second match, you know, I had to get the heat back. We're doing our best at 8.
Best of 7, aye.
We're hoping for a Texas death match at the end. That's what we're hoping.
The punching bag's 2-1 up on you over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it is, yeah. See, don't say I don't build new talent.
Did you critique him backstage, or
what was that?
Were you critiquing him backstage?
Well, you know, putting the match together was hell. Right. You know, he just didn't give me anything, and he's a hell of a sandbagger. Don't
like you saying that, brother. It doesn't work for me.
So when I came off the second rope, with the elbow, you know, I just laid it in a little bit just to let him know. You know,
I was when you went up to the second rope, I was shaking myself. I was like,
I was completely fine in that. Like a minute after the match, I did my hip and just started like shouting at me. It was just like.
You were all flapping when I went to the top rope, and you were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm
only." You were starting with the top, and I just said, "Ryan, no, just don't, please, no, whatever you're gonna do, just fucking stop."
I did
a black arrow landed on my feet. That's what I did.
Aye, like I was speaking to Bradley last night and asking him about how our training is going because obviously I hadn't been in yet, and he was like, "Aye, Dynamite's back in, and he's already like 2 weeks in, he's already doing swantons off, missing swantons off the top rope." It's like, for fuck's sake.
I was really worried
That's
last
what
night
you-
when I was wrestling the Invisible Man because like I was going like you guys were shouting 619, so I done the 619, which didn't really work when like there was no one there. It was really weird. And
Just
then I
shows
went
you're
up-
working in the crowd.
Yeah. I was listening. It was a gala. I was just doing all the moves they said.
It's like a
I mean-
birthday party. When a kid says RKO, you give him the RKO.
Just popping the boys at this point.
I mean, like my second match with the punch bag, was blown up a minute in, so took it
He
easy.
tried
Went
that
for,
punch, man.
so he gave me the headlock, and I had the punch bag, and he was giving me the headlock. The crowd had kind of died, so I just done like a very quick cycle suplex, dropped him on his neck. That was it. That was it. He started.
I literally was like, all right, I'll take it easy with my Invisible Man. I'll work like an international. And then you were like, Connor, you're getting jumped. I was like, all right.
Ted, when I went for the pile driver on the punch bag, Ted said for a split second he was worried. Then he remembered it was a punch bag.
Yes, that's like you heard that correctly. You know, gave a pile driver to a punch bag.
Did he sell it?
Well, a bit of stuffing came out, so he got a bit of colour.
I bet the whole bloody ring was covered in his stuffing.
Yeah.
Bit of leakage.
We were working Mid-South in '86.
It was a big blade job.
Yeah. It's
So through lockdown, I say through lockdown, it was like 3 weeks ago maybe. I was I was on the network just watching some random shit, and for some reason I stuck on IWA Mid-South from like 1988
On
or
the
whatever.
network, IWA Mid-South. No, you fucking didn't.
Something Mid-South.
Just Mid-South.
Just Mid-South.
IWA Mid-South is like the 1990s Ian Rotten deathmatch company. The
Oh yeah.
fucking hero
Okay,
used
I
to
fucked
watch.
that up then, right? Mid-South Wrestling. Mid-South Wrestling. Okay, that's
Just
what it was.
Mid-South.
yeah, just mid-south.
And it was a tag team match, and who was in it? There was like Jim Neidhart, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Dusty
Eddie
Rhodes,
Wilson.
and some other boy I can't remember. And the finish was someone coming out with 100-pound bag of wheat, and he clocked a boy in the head with the bag of wheat, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
That's 1980s wrestling, that is.
Yeah.
They were all over that. They're fucking hitting boys with bags of wheat in the Miners Love matches and
Aye.
Oh, that-
Archer's
Archer's
best pal, Jim Duggan.
Uncle
Hey.
Jim.
Uncle
Uncle
Jim.
Jim.
Archer
Oh.
was Uncle Jim all too well.
Chasing me
Was
around
you-
the boat.
Were you in that
Oh.
match, Archer?
No,
No,
but he was in the bar
I
afterwards
looked up-
buying Jim Duggan near enough a full bottle of vodka, apparently.
What a fucking
no,
mark.
no, this wasn't no. This wasn't after, right? No, what happened there was before he goes out, he pulls me over and he gives me money. He says, "Go get a couple of diet vodka, double vodkas and diet cokes." I'm like, Jim, you're still right. You're rest. He said, "Yeah, just go get okay." Yep. Yes, sir. Come back about 2 or 3 later. He has them. Goes out. Ho! Dude, bang, bang, bang. Comes back and it was that afternoon. Chasing me for a bottle of vodka. He's like, "Hey kid, you got a bottle of vodka?" He's like, "Jim, it's 3 in the afternoon."
He also gave you a hip toss on was it STV News?
Yep, and a body slam.
Body slam.
I weighed
I
about
remember that. The STV news things. Before
When I
the
was
ballroom shows.
Yeah.
when I was stick thin.
I think Ted did
I
one,
wa-
didn't he?
Yeah,
Ah,
Ted,
I think
Ted
so,
done, when Melina was there.
Aye.
Yeah.
Good old days.
Because
Oh,
I,
yeah.
was- 'cause I remember being in the, cause we were sitting in like in the crowd. We were in the seats where the crowd was sitting, and I was popping. I can't remember who it was. I was sitting with popping somebody with just broken Chris Archer. just
As in like broken Matt Hardy, or
I know it was. I just literally just photoshopped Archer's head onto Matt Hardy, and then I photoshopped Matt Hardy's body onto a kid's body in a wee trike.
I need to see this. I'm not seeing
Archer
it.
and Vigo, I knew you'd come. I got your call.
Remember,
fuck.
Dino, we were on STV News before one of the Anarchies, and
yeah, he was 18. Is that
yeah,
what
and they
it
showed a clip, and you were wrestling Bradley in the ring,
was? Uh-huh.
and then like you did like an interview afterwards, and I just loved the fact that they were promoting the pre-show match on STV News.
Yeah.
None of the import.
it's like, who's coming, champ? Santino? Nah, pre-show battle royal. What's it all about?
That's how you sell the pre-show tickets, right there.
I'm like, Santino and fucking Chavo have already been on TV, so just
Yeah.
let me have a
My
go.
turn.
Yeah, that was my debut match.
That's
Debut
when
match.
that's when I was working and we got the message saying like, oh, STV's coming in to do blah blah. Does anyone want to just do a little bit of training to show them? And it was like 1:30 or something in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So I just jumped in a works van during working hours and just went to be on STV News. And then I come in like the next day or whenever the fuck it was filmed, the show, sorry. And then like my supervisor comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, hello, superstar." And I'm like, "Oh." And he was like, "When did you record that?" And I was like, "Oh, on the weekend."
I asked my boss the day of the thing. It's like, "Can I nip away for an hour at lunchtime?" So yeah, okay, on you go. Didn't tell him why.
No,
That's
I never asked. I just took a van and disappeared.
You're bloody hardcore, you know that.
Or rebel.
It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if the game was shut
Yeah,
down,
well.
I've been on TV now. I don't need this job.
Just big league in it.
That shit'll work.
International wrestling superstar.
I also, and this is a legit thing I done when I was. This was when was this happening? This would have been March. No, just after Anarchy, the Anarchy with Park. I messaged my work's HR department to ask if they would sponsor me as a wrestler. They said,
You're
"Oh."
here with your works logo on it.
But apparently they said, "Oh, that they had a few wrestlers within the company, like a few of them. There must have been others in the company who called themselves wrestlers, but they probably weren't." That's like a guy I met at the Lorry Park in Alton's when I was getting food from there. He said that his son was done wrestling, and he showed me a picture, and he worked for a certain company, which I'm not going to say, but I was like, he's not a wrestler, he's playing as a wrestler.
Was SW.
Yes.
Nailed it.
I'm not gonna say 1 second later.
We ain't getting booked there, boys. We're all right.
Yeah.
It's SW, it's not a company.
Let's be honest, nobody wants to be booked there.
Well, I thought it.
Didn't argue much, boys, eh?
SW, if you're watching this, I'll accept a booking, please. Please book me.
Name models Dino Del Monte.
That's a gimmick.
Show me the green.
Well, that's half a Scottish wrestling.
Aye, yeah, it's just now.
Fucking hell.
It's alright. Once this comes out in the Seaman shit talking SW, it just means the Hearts when I book me, that's all.
You'll see better in SW. You book it at FCW instead.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll go there instead.
They'll get it's one of the lot.
yeah.
But yeah, it's Dundee Wrestling's great though, is it?
Fantastic.
I'm glad Ted DiBiase owns it.
I've
Yeah,
never even been to Dundee.
it's
Give me a booking and I'll go.
Because of course the $1 Million Man's gonna buy a fucking company in fucking Dundee of all places. Why didn't he just buy the whole town?
Fucking dart. Just stick a dart map and a dartboard. That'll do.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck off.
Jesus.
yeah. Wrestling today, it's fucking
It's
great.
fucking magic.
It is. It is.
Like, I can't wait to hear her to go out and wrestle in front of a crowd again.
Oh no.
I'll just to wrestle a match full stop because I've not done that. Well, none of us. have done that.
I will literally jizz my pants.
Even just
Easily.
even just taking a bump from someone hitting me would be amazing right now. Like bumping yourself is just not the same.
I'm going to take 3 floor bumps in the first match back. I don't care if I'm the opener.
Dino, go home. Go home. No.
No. I guarantee you, right? If we do galas before shows and we do a battle royal, nobody will leave the battle royal. 100%.
I'm not leaving. I'm not
Legit,
going.
nobody will leave.
To be fair, isn't
I'll
that
just take
most
4
battle
folks
royals?
to eliminate one person, shoot style.
I always fuck it. I'm always eat first.
It's normally your turn.
Because you just want to get your bloody boots off.
That'll do.
I'm
Enough for me.
You're like, right, that'll do.
But
Couple-
there's that was a,
Me and
a lot of
Bradley,
guys
couple of
like-
forearms, that'll do. Chuck me in the. Fair enough.
there's a lot of guys who should be bad for that. There's like they wouldn't want to leave the ring. It's like nowadays it's like, oh, I've been in for 5 minutes. That'll do. I'm gone. Fucking throw myself out.
I stay in until I can't think of anything to do.
I just fuck with people now.
I've used up ammo offense. Time to go.
Oh shit, I've done all my spots now.
Remember Audrey?
You're not really doing
Comic Con.
spots. Yeah.
Comic Con, and you were fairly new, and I hadn't debuted on an official show yet.
Oh, was this
doing
the
galas.
Pataudry one?
Audrey, yeah.
Oh.
And What was it? Was there a move you hit on me or I hit on you that was just completely out of the blue? What was it?
Was it? No, was it? I don't think it was. I didn't work for you in story. It was.
No, in the Battle Royal.
Oh, oh yes. Oh my god, I forgot about that. No,
What was it? I can't remember.
It was you put Dynamite in the corner. Dynamite sunk down to his arse.
Yeah.
And then you and Scotty grabbed me to send me to Dynamite, and then because he was in the corner, I didn't know what to do, so I just done a shoot cannonball on him because I just didn't know what to do.
That's what it was.
Poor kid.
You know, I remember
remember.
last time you were saying to Vigo, it was like I think it was it the Cove Battle Royal, the one with
Yeah.
the bandanas.
No one wanted to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah, but it was I was supposed to. There was a spot I was supposed to do.
You
and
came
then
off the top with the elbow.
That was it. Yeah, I think we were like 10 minutes in, and I was like, God, no one's left, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to.
They're waiting for you.
I am the reason this match should be finished by now. I remember it was me and Caleb at the end, and he had me like the whole the whole sides of the ring, all four sides completely free, apart from one side with there's one table, and he has me up for like a powerbomb, and I like hurricanrana him out over the top, and he lands about this far away from the table. The
Like
whole
could have went to any side.
yeah, like Thunder said to us after, he was like, "What are you doing?" All of the ring was free because he literally carried me all the way around the ring and then chose that one side.
Caleb knew what he was doing. He heard the pops you were getting at
He
shows. He's
knew.
like,
He
fuck
knew.
you.
You got to learn.
What are
Stealing
you?
you, stealing my
what are
fucking
you-
thunder. Out you go.
You just spiked Dudley out the fucking thing.
That's what you get for taking ages to go to the top rope.
Yeah,
We're all
like-
selling on the floor.
I'm trying to remember who somebody was hitting me. Go, where the fuck is Connor?
Who was it?
And then-
Was it Scotty? What was he saying?
Yeah, so Connor came off, and your elbow. You didn't hit anyone else, but you hit me full force right there with your elbow.
It was
then-
basically like just a massive crossbody, apart from my elbow hit you in the head.
Apart from if a ball hair or a hair on your skin touched someone, they sold it and went down for some fucking reason.
Yeah, because because I got told like, oh, go off as if you're doing like the massive forearm from the top. If I'm doing the massive forearm from the top, I'm landing sort of like this, and there's
Yeah.
like 10 people there, so I had to sort of land like. I'd basically done a crossbody, but just went like that as well.
Yeah, you didn't need to throw the elbow, but you chose
No.
to throw it and hurt me instead.
Why not?
Yeah,
Just an
so like
unsafe
we all go down, and I'm like this. Scotty's here, and I turn on my side, and then Scotty's like, "Abandon ship! Everyone get the fuck out!" And then within a minute, everyone's gone.
I would have watched that back just to see how
Is that the
long it
same-
is from elimination to elimination.
The worst
That
part
was
about
the
the
same-
Cove Gala was the vuvuzelas.
That was the same.
Vinny
Oh.
vuvuzela.
That was
I
the
got
same
you-
battle royal that you ended up literally like upside down from a German suplex, and you
Yeah.
knew shit went wrong when you seen the map first.
Yeah, I was like, oh, why are the people outside the ring, like the fans? Why is the crowd upside down? Oh, this is probably gonna hurt.
Did
Isn't
you
it?
just like
Wow.
you
Wow.
just jump for it too much?
I just went. I was in too much in this. I was like, oh, I'm at home. I'm in the gala. I'm in my hometown. Let's fucking go for it. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Wow.
Had you taken a German before that?
Oh fuck yeah.
I see.
No, fuck
My
yeah.
first one, we had a tag match in what is it, West Hill with Johnny Lyons and Dickie Divers,
Oh,
and we had
yeah.
this spot, and Dickie Divers was like, again, I'll do this, whatever, blah blah, and then I mean, it was someone he put him in the ropes like frontwards, and then we'd grab him and go. I was like, aye,
Oh,
that's
quick
fine.
one.
And it wasn't until I was in the match I was thinking, I've never taken a German before. So I was like,
Was it?
oh well, here we go.
Was it a quick one, like push off, come back, quick, do it, or was it like a kind of like arching one?
No, from what I remember, it was just he grabbed me and I just went.
like snapped down.
It was one of those where I was like, we was halfway through the spot doing it. I was like, I would never
Here
taken
now.
a German before. Oh well, here we go.
Relax
like-
it.
Here we go.
My neck survived, so I must have done it all right. I don't. It could quite possibly be the only one I've ever taken. I don't think I've ever taken another one since.
Did Caleb
No.
give you one? No.
No, I've only ever. We had one match in Ellen, I think. That's the only match we've. Well, apart from the had a house nonsense, but
The greatest match in history, the greatest finish in
Fantastic.
history.
but yeah, I think we've only ever crossed paths in that one show in Ellen. It's the only singles match we ever. Well, any match, like singles or tag. It's the only match we've ever had.
Wait, who did you remember Comic Con at the? You weren't there, were you?
I was
Comic-Con
I was
18?
on the second day. I was there the second day of the comic. It was
No,
on
the
2
one,
days.
the one of the treetops.
No, I was there.
Who did you face again? I don't remember. Was it
Me and Bradley had a match because we did the full Hogan comeback, and then
yeah.
it wasn't even recorded. So I just did it for there was only like 3 folk there. So the 3 folk there got to see me the Hulk Hogan's comeback, and I can't mind now. Obviously, we did the big tag match at the end, and I must have had some match in between, but I can't remember what it was off the top of my head.
the greatest, shittest end to a Comic-Con ever.
Was that not the one where everyone was trying to throw folk into? Was it what's his name? Liam's car or something like that?
I thought it was your car.
At one point it was. I grabbed Bradley. I'm like, "Are you fuck?"
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure Vigo took Broadway towards your car, and you were like in the middle of hitting someone, and you just left them, and you were like, "What the fuck is this?"
Fuck.
Yeah, but no, like, somebody put up that clip and you going through the barrier, and it is less impressive than I remember it being.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so good.
Like I in my head, you did like a full somersault and the fucking barrier folded up. It was like, no, you just run into it and then stopped and then rolled to the top. It was like,
That's what
the
I wanted to cannonball in it, but I didn't realize it was as far away as
see,
it was.
that's how I remembered it. Like you going get your fucking tit through it, and then watched it. I was like, that's not what happened.
It's a Mandela effect. Like 3 steps in, I was like, "Oh, this isn't going to look as good. I can't get space to cannonball."
You can literally see the exact moment you think, nah.
When he starts to slow down, it goes big step, pitter power.
And I was like, and then jump my hand between the floor and the fucking bar. I was like, "Oh, fuck. This is fucking great."
I love how right behind the barricade there's like 2 lassies that are just a way to cross, and they stop and shit themselves, and they just look at you like an idiot. What are you doing?
They're like, we're on our holidays in this hotel. What the fuck's going on? Imagine that. You've came to Aberdeen, you're getting away. You're coming up to England, 9-hour drive or something. You pull into the car park in the hotel, and there's just this boy in a suit, shirt, and trousers flying in that bar there. There's 2 bikers beating the shit out of a man with funny boots in the other corner. A guy with red spiky hair beating the shit out of someone with like a pair check helmet. What the fuck's going on?
That's so normal day, is it?
Like they'd be like, "What the fuck is this place?"
Okay, let's go home.
You
That was the match we all had to go to the floor because a board popped up. It's like, right, go outside. The board's popped up.
Well, it popped up for me and Scotty, so we had a 9 minutes chop fest outside, and then slid back in, pile driver, that was finished. And then it happened again. No, it wasn't. No, we didn't all evacuate because a board popped up. The spot was Archer hits a 619, it gets broken up, and then somebody else gets annoyed that it got broken up. Then all the heels of babyface. Then at one point, like everyone was in the ring fighting, and everyone trying to get eliminated at the same time. Like got chucked it, get shit canned at the same time. And it was just a fucking shit show. So I think I was with Scotty, and just like me and Scotty just like hid in the corner, and Scotty was like, "Wait till other people fucking leave." Jesus Christ!
But no, I remember like putting that match together, and like I remember Bradley fucked off because he was too fucking hot, and I'm fairly sure me and Archer fucked off halfway through because it like there was like 20 of us in this tiny wee fucking getting 6 by fucking 10 room. I was like, so we fucked off.
Planned,
so it was like,
and like 3 folk were missing.
It's like put with day now. It's a fucking it's a 6-on-5 tag match. But how much could there be? That'll be fine.
And every spot fucked up.
It's like well, here shining. It'll break down in a big brawl, and it'll be fine.
I wanted to do the brawl through the hotel. I wanted to like start fighting out the room, like just come out the room and just going down the stairs. Because I wanted to get like suplex in the lobby, like somebody started checking and just
It's those lassies from England again. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
What the hell?
Some guy just comes tumbling down through, like throw him into the woman's luggage. Okay, what? It's like in the gala, the cool gala. I was hoping we would do our tag so we could get a brawl again, because I wanted to brawl to the drinks tent. and like attempt to down a pint because I don't like beer, so I would just probably go and then like slap the beer off someone. That's what I wanted to do.
We
I
had
did
a
that-
tag match at Cove.
I did that
For a tag match.
we did the music festival. I think
Oh,
we ran the music festival in Cove the same day. So it was half was
yeah.
at music. And it was literally the hottest day of the fucking year.
Oh fuck! I was
I was like,
scorching.
the map was fucking burning. So I had a match with Crusher. And we were in the ring for literally 30 seconds. I was like, nah, we'll just go and brawl to that tent or shade in there.
Yeah.
So I was outside, just grabbing bottles of water and hit each other with bottles of water just so we'd spray over each other. And it's like, that's
Just to
it.
cool each other down.
I've not had the experience yet of a boiling hot ring. I'm not looking forward to it.
It's like,
Oh, it's fucking horrible.
like I get away with it because I've got shorts and t-shirt on, but like, these boys sitting in their fucking wee punts around, it's like burning fuck at their backs. It's like,
Well,
Kiss chinlock ever.
Although Archer, when we faced in Cadonas, was it hot at that point or was it later in the day?
I think it
Got
got hotter.
Yeah, because I was in with Thunder and I was like, my arms are touching the mat and I can't handle it. So
But I can't remember which one. I think it was the Comic Con at the Hilton. I remember it was that hot that Vago's rejected t-shirt actually burnt onto the canvas.
oh, yeah.
yes,
Just the
yes,
sweat.
yes.
Photo somewhere of
Jesus.
that. It was that. What was it? Clear as day. The fucking Hell logo. Oh fucking hell!
We had a tag match at the start of that Comic Con, Archer, and I don't remember anything that happened in it.
I can't remember that day.
I legitimately cannot remember anything. I remember being on the apron and you being on the other apron, and that's all I remember. I remember nothing else.
You remember more than me, anyway.
That railing bump must have been serious.
Yeah. As I went over, I just went wham into the metal. I was going to do one. I was going to do one of these, but I thought, well, is it the right crowd for it?
Is that the right crowd?
That Dave checking in, that I was bleeding out of the place.
Is that the
Just
right
like,
crowd?
she's trying to
Darth
sign it,
Vader.
and blood just drips down on the front, right beside where she's signing. I was like, that's
Yeah,
legally
okay.
blinded. It's in blood now. There's so much stuff that like you wish you could get away with. Like I wish I could have brawled into like the folk playing like like the tabletop games in one of the rooms and just like wipe myself out on their table.
How raging would they
Just
be?
they've
They
been
would
sitting there for like
be
6
fuming.
years at this point, and like setting up the little wee guys and whatever else.
Mhm.
And just Dino goes barreling through it. It's like,
Absolutely tearing up apart the
This is-
Warhammer.
This is why I wish I was a millionaire, like I was like Ric Flair level. So it's like I could just wreck all that and not have to worry at all. It's gonna be, I'm like, yeah, I'll buy these new ones. I don't care.
Just become a millionaire then. There you go.
Well,
There we
yeah.
go.
There you go. That
Well,
works.
you asked me yesterday at training because I forgot my contact lenses. Ryan, why don't you just see? No, it doesn't work like that, you idiot.
Have you tried not being blind?
Yeah.
Try not to be
Try
blind,
it.
sorry.
Ryan, try and take off your glasses. Just be able to see.
just
Can't fucking do it.
You're not
Open your
trying
eyes.
hard enough.
Just
You
because I
need to-
can't see, I've got to pay money to be able to fucking see.
I
What's
thought
that?
you were the inspirational one. You need to inspire all the blind to be able to see.
The reason you have to charge for glasses is because in the medieval times it was, natural selection, so the blind folk would just end up walking off cliffs and stuff like that.
I'm not entirely sure that's how it
Pay
works.
money
Bye.
to see.
Yeah.
Now you need to earn the privilege to be on this earth.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. But yeah,
That took a dark twist.
it did.
I'm trying to remember like other galas that all of us were on, and I remember
I think
so
I've been on.
Highland Games.
I've not
I've done that with Archer.
Oh.
Tag match. It was you and Tucker against me and Ted. The Highland Games
Aye.
when it was the grass had just been cut.
Aye, that'll be the Stony ones that I was in there.
Stony, yeah.
Time with Tucker.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucker.
The only one
Bagel,
I
was
can
it
remember
you
at all-
at Old Meldrum? Was it you against William Sterling and a dog got involved?
Aye, yeah.
Yeah.
Aye,
The dog was the most over part.
he was. Like, he got the biggest pop of the day. It's like, fucking hell. Because that was the same day we got shut down by the Highland dancing. They're like, can you be a bit quieter? All right, boys, that's it. We're done. That'll do.
It's like you and William Sterling must have done like Boss Man and All Snow. Like no, they're fucking what's it called, Kennel of Hell or whatever the fuck
Aye.
it was.
Kennel hell, yeah.
I think that was the same show that we were all in our changing room getting changed, and there was just some other random boy who was getting dressed into his kilt to do like a run or something. It's like, One of us is in the wrong
No, he's
room.
booked,
Honestly,
brother.
wrestling for
One of
you.
these is not like the other.
Yeah.
Fuck
Fuck
off.
with Book Roddy Piper.
Roddy
From
Shite.
Highland Games.
Is it
Right.
Harrow House? Is it Harrow House that Archer gets his own private dressing room?
Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
And
here we
that's
go.
going to be the
Yes,
staple
it
from
is.
now on.
Big League Archer.
That is Archer's dressing room now.
I told you he needs other hooks for his eyes, bandanas.
Fucking, I need a fucking trailer in there in the room.
Okay, if Archer was
Like
booked on
a
a movie,
football
he'd have a
room.
personal trailer and a fucking one for his bandanas, legit.
Just imagining like a football changing room. You go in, smell of shin pads, the smell of deep heat, and on every single hook there's just a bandana for Archer, and he's going through them all thinking,
Can someone
This one.
please, next time we go to Harrow House,
Yeah.
just print off a sign saying Chris Archer private dressing room and just put it on the door.
I always imagine, like, in his house, he's got fucking these electronic tie racks, but it spins round, but it's just bandanas. Just the yellow one today. That'll do it.
yeah. We hang up jackets on them, he hangs up your bandanas.
Fuck, I need me hooks.
Got the man coat hangers, just gun through them.
We
It's
were,
got nothing
we
but 5 per hook.
we were talking about changing rooms there, about like before you get changed for a show. So I'm trying to think of like the worst ones, and the worst one for me was the Palace Hotel in Peterhead, because we'd have like the conference room, and then we'd have like a marathon to walk to get to the curtain, and then a marathon to walk back.
Used to
Which one was that? Was it Cloverleaf?
Oh, aye, you had a separate room. You had to go out to come in again.
Aye, you had to go, like, even that was further, and it was a smaller room. Like, it
And
was
it was
just a
like
hotel
Carl.
room, and it was
It
like,
was January.
it was like the Comic Con. It was just a hotel room they gave you, but you had to go outside, and it was always in fucking January. Like, I think
It's fucking
I only
ice
ever worked
cold.
one of them, but inside it was always fucking snowing as fuck, and you had to go out and fucking cut around out of the car park and out around the building to get in the.
Oh,
Summer Hill Hotel for me.
Oh.
You don't even get a hotel room, it's just like a utility
Oh.
room they've got.
oh, that. Dave.
We've got less than a minute, boys, just to warn you.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
counting
God.
down.
So
Okay.
for anyone listening, like, I'm still too cheap to buy the full version of Zoom, so we'll just
The
Gee,
sponsors aren't in yet.
come back in and we'll just pretend like nothing's happened. Some clever editing. We'll put the guitar bit in and we'll come back and that'll be fine.
I will take this time as a piss break because I am bursting for the piss.
Again.
Well, wait till
You're,
we
you're,
stop.
you're
Connor.
young.
Wait
Wait
till
till
we
we
stop.
Oh,
Don't just go
no,
now, because that means Vigo has to bloody put in a riff for you leaving.
Oh, it's alright,
and
it's
then a riff
alright.
for the break.
It's all right with the
Ah,
multi-mannings. You can go
Martin
with
and
as long as
Caleb
there's somebody
went
else
for
left
about
to speak.
15
That's fine.
pisses.
Just synchronized peeing.
Yeah.
Martin and Caleb went like 6 times together, so
They did.
Thinking they're in an actual pub.
The joys of
In
getting
your
old.
hands.
Like, that's the only reason that, like, the Dino didn't go any longer, because I was bursting for a piss and I couldn't just go because I'm the host.
I do not consent.
Do I consent?
that warning is so scary.
I was going to make a comment there, but I'm not going to make it.
It's very ominous. Nathan
Now
just
they've
said that.
recorded, you
No.
won't make it.
I shouldn't have.
So as you can see, we're back. Before we get back into our chat, I was going to do this on a one, but we'll split it up. Like, we did it in the last episode that, as we record this, has not actually gone out yet. So, like, as wrestlers, we like to fantasy book. And as this is a kind of, like, I like to say it's a music kind of podcast, but it's not. We very rarely speak about music, but yeah. So, I asked Scotty the question, and I've asked Ryan the question, like, your 3, like, if you're putting together your dream gig, 3 bands, could be living or dead, broken up or whatever, blah de blah. You can pick any 3. So I'm going to go with Archer because I'm fairly sure I could guess Archer's off the top of my head, but I'll let it up yet. So you've got an opener, you've got a mid card, and you've got a headliner. So who's your 3 dream gig? Go.
Dream gig, fuck.
This is hard.
Well, Status Quo's got to be in there, but
Strong.
I would put them maybe as opener. I wouldn't have put them as headline.
Oh, see, I fucked it already. I had Status Quo, but I would have had them as headliner. But yeah, keep going.
Is Hendo the darts player accompanying them to the show?
No.
I love,
Actually,
love John Henderson.
I would actually, well, the 3 bands I would choose, I would put them. No, see, they're all kind of main sort of headliner bands. So I'm kind of I'm torn.
It's your gig, Archer. You can put them wherever you want. Like, stay that
Right,
far.
fuck it. Here we go. Here you go. Fucking skid row opener, right? Skid
Right.
row. You'll have.
A
Oh,
mopping
no.
god.
Hold on. I'm thinking.
That's alright. Fuck that. I wouldn't have had Skid Row in there. I wouldn't have been
No,
one of my
no.
Archers 3. But keep going.
No, skid row in. I'll put Judas Priest second.
Oh, fuck that again.
And Cole third.
Cool third.
You
Right,
don't
okay.
even know your tag team partner.
That's a decent. Like, I would have. If I would have pegged Archer, it would have been Status Quo, Whitesnake, and Guns N' Roses.
Fuck, I didn't think.
I definitely know all of
shit.
these people.
Does Archer want to retract these 3 or?
I would like to revise one of the entries on my
Oh,
festival.
Who did you pick? Because I obviously haven't heard yours.
It hasn't come out yet, but it will be out by the time this comes out. So I picked Don Broco as my opener. You probably don't know who they are.
Everyone's
That's
looking
the guy
very
from the
blankly.
Is that the guy from the
Nobody knows who
Godfather?
they.
Don Broco. No, they're a band from England. Then my mid card,
What kind of music is Don Broco though?
just rock.
Yeah, just.
Like-
It sounds
Yeah.
it sounds like a techno group to me, or a house.
No,
It sounds
no,
like
no.
that to me.
No, they're just rock, alternative rock, pop punk-ish. And then I would have Oasis as my mid card, and then I would have Muse as the headliners.
Right.
Because I've not seen Oasis or Muse in my lifetime, and I would love to. But I would like to revise and add a fourth entry.
well, he's changing the rules.
I'm changing the rules.
He's changing the format.
No. If you want somebody in, you
Politician over
can
here.
take somebody out. That's how
Politician
it
over
works.
here.
No, this is the pre-show.
Dark match.
VIP.
You're more of a
VIP.
politician than Vigo.
It would be Jim Johnston playing the entire WWE chronology of songs that he's made.
Since you said that, I'll let you away with it. I'll allow it.
That's a long pre-show match.
only if he opens with Kay Quicken.
It's a 3-day
Road Dogg.
festival. Jim Johnson's playing 2.5 days there.
Undertaker is just one of those days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was Archer's gig, which was very unexpected.
Got you there.
I
Notice how Archer's kind of had like relatively the same music. Mine's is a fucking smorgasbord of just fucking weird shit.
The Saturdays, Pussycat Dolls, Madonna.
Gerald Cole.
Oh my god, mine's is fucking. Hold on, let me. Okay, for my opener.
No, hold on. No, we're not getting to that now. We'll just do one at a time. We'll come
Okay.
back to it. We'll come back.
Oh, okay.
It's
Fucking
just,
hell.
you can hear think it. That's why I chose Archer first, because I can Archer with his. Well, I thought Archer would have his nailed on, but yeah, apparently he didn't.
No,
I don't think I've ever listened to a single band, so
that's just a lie. No,
I say
like,
band.
yeah, of course you have.
It can be a musician. Let's
Just anyone that's done music.
Yeah.
there we go. So it'll be myself,
So
my mum,
Susan
and my
Boyle.
dad. Yeah, Susan Boyle.
So we'll get back into some of your wrestling chat, and you can hear things about it through, and we'll come back to it at some point. Because
I'm gonna say, like, when I think of mine, you will all love it. I'm sure it'll be very up all of your alleys.
I doubt it, but yeah.
Hope it's
I'm sure-
as loud
I'm
as
sure
your
that- I'm sure the Venn diagrams of my music taste and Vigo's music taste overlap entirely. So
Gary Barlow.
sure.
It's not as good as Gary Barlow.
Aye, it's one of the shit ones. Was it Take That or Boyzone he was on? I can't even
Take That.
remember. Take That, yeah.
Do you remember Desperate Fishwives, the Aberdeen radio show thing?
Yeah.
They had, instead of Take That, they had Hodess.
Love it.
And instead of Once You Bat for Good, it was Ochnagat for Good.
Tremendous.
And
Yes, they just had music because they weren't a fan of the Spicken.
well, it was Flying Pigs Productions, and they do like a few shows, and they based it off like real movie names. So it was, instead of Last Tango in Paris, it was Last Tango in Powys. All Quiet on the Westbourne Front. Where Seagulls There. And then there was another great one. Singing in the Rain. That's fucking brilliant. I haven't seen any of them. Oh, there was Now that's what I call Methlick. That was good. It's so good.
Fuck me.
Yeah, aye. It's so like I said, we'll come back to the music, the band, the chat, musicians since Connor can't think any bands, but yeah.
I'm raging. Of course you've listened to a band, Connor. Of course you have.
Well, I of course I've listened to a band, but I don't listen to a band.
He's not a fan of a band.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you a single band that I listen to.
But yeah,
It could be it could be like a boy band as well. Like it doesn't have to be like an instrumental.
There we
band.
go. Okay,
It's
boy
a band.
bands. Yeah, this is now
Backstreet Boy.
this is now a boy band podcast.
Boys to Men,
Yeah.
In Sync.
it's like Connor named his first team. Connor's having technical difficulties. He's going to be back.
Heavy metal podcast, is it?
No, none of mine are heavy metal. So
Okay, a mosh pit to I Want It That Way by Backstreet Boys.
I'm not exclusively heavy metal, but yeah, mostly I am.
You be
Like-
the heavy metal hooligan. I'll be the pop princess of wrestling.
There was like the group chat we've got, the training one. It descended into dive bars in Aberdeen the other day,
yeah.
which popped me. And we were on about like the Bells Bar and whatever. Like I remember we were in the Bells Bar once, and we used to do this thing, me and my pals. It was like hat day, hat pub, and we would just wear hats to the pub. That was it. It was just an excuse to go to the pub. We just wore hats. So we found this track in the jukebox. It was Hat and Beard, and it's like a 9-minute long jazz fucking track. And it's like there's no lyrics to it. It's just like saxophones and xylophones, whatever, bloody blah. And it goes on for, like I said, it's on for about 9 minutes. And we put it on, and there was this guy in there. He was also a regular, and he got more and more fucking raging about it. Like 4 minutes in, it's still going, and he just lost the plot with it. He's like, "Father, put that shite on," and he took the plug out the jukebox.
Oh.
And just before he put the plug back in, like we were sitting at the bar, and the barmaid's like that. Like if you unplug it and put the plug back in, it starts the last track for the start again. So he put it back in, and this fucking jazz track starts up again, and he just lost the fucking plot. So before we left, we pumped like this was years and years ago. So it was like you bet £1, you got like fucking 5 tracks or whatever. So we pumped like a fiver in and just picked it for the next fucking 50 or fucking plays. So I dread to think the look in this boy's face when he played this fucking jazz track the next 50 fucking times.
That is amazing.
So that was.
I remember knowing how to work the jukebox when I was a kid. Like my mum and dad would go to the pub for like Christmas Day or something, and we'd all be in there, and like you could just push to look at the songs, and I'm like, I think like none of these songs were newer than the '60s or something. And this is like 2004. That was in the Cove Rangers, yeah.
Love a pub jukebox. I'm out of it.
Partial that jukebox.
I remember the last time I was in a pub with a working jukebox.
It was when we went to, I don't know if you'll remember this, Bagel. Remember when we took over the Fitty Bar?
Oh,
Was that a Christmas night or something?
I think
No,
that
it was after we were doing like a year at the training academy or something. And I've got a photo on my phone. Me, Martin, you, all behind the bar at one point with the head under the tap.
And that was just the way to say it. I remember someone was behind the bar.
Oh, everyone
All of us at one point.
Michael Graham.
Like there was like a handful of folk in there when we came in, and eventually they just Abdi's like, this is a caper, we're just going. So eventually we just us and the barmaid left in the bar. That's how it was left.
Yeah.
I was fucking hasty, man. Oh.
There's few things that made me happier than Michael Graham on a night out. He's just
lovely guy.
He's just the best.
Lovely guy.
It was the one. It was at the Christmas night out we did, and with the end of year awards. And he just, it was party games we were doing. It was pass a parcel, and we fixed it so it was him. It's just this massive black dildo.
Oh yeah. Because then we
somehow he got that into Exodus nightclub, and he's on the Exodus nightclub with it.
Was it not him in his shirt pocket as well?
Just top of Bobby Hughes fucking.
Pocket Bobby.
Pocket Bobby.
As much as I can't wait to get back to wrestling, I can't wait to get back to that nonsense. Just
Oh,
kidding.
no. I've
Yeah.
never
Well,
been to any of the Christmas days because
That was the first. That was the first one I'd went to. There was a little mini drinking thing at after the March night that we had, the training March night, because that was been 2 years in the academy,
Aye.
and then we'd done the Christmas night out in the King's Highway, and
Oh, lovely. Pub.
that's when like everything's going well, we're playing the party games, but then Johnny and Crusher get into a shoot wrestling fight, but they're wearing like suit shirts and jeans, and they're just like proper shooting on each other in the middle of the floor. That was a really good night. And that,
I used to,
one of the party games was Set Goes. Remember?
I won that one. I fucking won that one. It was me and another trainee, Kev, who was security. We were in the
Big
final. Yeah, Big Kev, and I fucking beat him, didn't I? So
Yeah, because like people were like, "Who's want to do it?" And I was like, one, I don't like Set Goes, and two, I don't even like doing Set Goes in fucking shorts and a t-shirt. I'm not going to do it in a three-piece suit.
Why is
Because I
that
was
in your
wearing-
Twitter bio, Ryan?
I was in jeans and a Christmas
2017 fucking set go Christmas party champion.
jumper. That's me.
I'd be all over that. Just fucking
Yeah.
there you go.
We done
Put it
the
on the
musical
CV.
I won the musical chairs because I sat down on the dildo the fastest.
Of course you would.
And then we done musical statues, and Alan Sterling pushed me, and I got eliminated.
That's
And I love how we're all adults, and we're all like the oldest person there is like 40 odd, and we're doing fucking musical statues, musical chairs.
Why not?
Really stretching the word of adults there.
One of my favourite nights out was it Cove Gala? It was after a gala anyway.
That was Ted's birthday.
Yeah, we went out for Ted's birthday, and the Champions League final was the same night.
Aye.
Yeah,
And there was a few Liverpool fans in attendance, and it was when
there was a
Liverpool won.
lot of Liverpool fans in attendance.
Well, in our group there was
Oh,
a
in our
few,
group,
but in the
yes.
pub there was a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
And you just got so ratar, like
Yeah.
so far
I
beyond
was
me.
fucking gone.
You were fucking corporate Ken in the puggy machines, and the photo machines, and you're just there. I remember you taking out a £2 coin, and you went to put it in the thing, but it didn't accept £2 coins, so it rolled out. So you corporate Ken'd it.
Wow.
I was
Just
there
one of
that night,
them.
and I was so sad I had to be sober because I had to drive all the way back to Forest. But seeing you absolutely shit faced
I
was
was
still the
fucking-
highlight of my life.
There's Big Caleb sent me a video that he took of me just like coming out the pub, and I was like in the middle of the Holborn Street just walking down the road. Then I jumped over a bollard, and then I done Elvis legs. And I disappeared into the night.
I don't see you drunk often, but when you're drunk, it's just the best thing ever. It's so good.
Because I do it really fast. Because I'm like, I don't like drinking. I fucking alcohol is shit. So I'm just gonna nip pissed as fast as possible, get out the road.
Just get it over me.
Like I remember when we were like 19, I used to go to the pub with my mates. We're going to like one of the triple kirks they had on video, and I bought 5 Disaronno and Cokes, and I lined them up on the table, and I just went, wow, 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 wow. Then I thought I was having a heart attack because of the ice. The ice was like cold burning my throat. And I thought I was having a heart attack.
Fastest 20 quid you've ever spent.
I can't wait
Yeah.
until we get back to just because I've been so far away. I've not been on that many nights out with one, so I can't wait and just seeing everyone pissed when we get back.
Especially when you're back
missed-
at Aberdeen.
Aye, there's been a
Oh, who was out for Nations when Mr. Bate was there?
no,
Not
I
Master
must
Bate, Mr. Bate.
I was out.
Yeah,
A triple
Yeah.
kirk show then.
Yeah.
I was there. Yep.
That was like the first proper time I'd actually spent with like bonding time. I actually spent with like Scotty and I like actually speaking to them.
Huh?
Like getting to know them as a person, if you will.
I think you were the same as me. It took a while to like come out of our shells a little bit. Because we
Yeah.
were both so uptight and nervous because we were still so new.
See, Vega, wasn't that bad?
It's like I remember the Anarchy Rikishi and that where we
Oh,
got to
17.
Bridge Street Social Club at like 2 o'clock in the morning after Rikishi cut a 3-hour long promo or whatever the fuck it was. And I was like, oh god. So like Ryan, you were there, I remember.
I wasn't there.
Were you not?
No, because remember, I got someone
You
else
drove-
was supposed
you-
to give Hornswoggle and Melina a lift
Yeah,
to Inverness
yeah,
Airport
okay.
at like 5 in the morning.
Is
And
that
then
you
they
did
pulled out.
karaoke?
Yes,
You were
that's
there.
what I was.
I remember
Yeah.
because I was like, I'm coming out for an hour, or I'm going home, and I was out till about fucking 4 o'clock in the morning.
I wish I was out, but I was asked to do the lift instead because the person who
And because Ryan's a mark, he accepted it rather than going and getting pissed with the boys.
yeah,
Networking.
my anxiety was so bad, right? I was worried because it was like I had to do the lift at like 3:30 in the morning, and I didn't fall asleep till like 1 o'clock. So 2.5 hours sleep, and I'm driving Hornswoggle and Molina to Inverness, and I'm panicking, thinking I'm going to fucking kill these cunts. I'm just going to fall asleep at the road, and I'm going to kill them, and I'm going to be notorious, going to be everywhere because I've killed these guys. And I was flapping. I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about it, but no, drive was fine.
Yeah, so I got there. So I was hanging around with Big Alex, the trainee that used to be like 6'6", massive tattoos, bald.
Big man.
Yeah. So and he was the only one I was really speaking to, because I was like, I can't speak to anyone else. And then I think I started speaking to Dynamite as well. But then I was like, oh, how can I make them like me? How can I make people like actually realize I'm actually a nice person? I was like, I know there's karaoke. Let's go do karaoke. What song? And I was like, what song can I do? I was like, well, Redemption Song by Bob Marley is kind of going to bring a tone down a bit, so I can't do that. So I was like, oh, Twist and Shout? No, I can only do that when I'm absolutely rat-arsed, and I wasn't rat-arsed at this point. I was like, oh, Hound Dog by Elvis Presley. No bother. So I just got up and done it, and I think that was the moment I could get accepted. And then Big Alex done Rosanna. No, Rosanna, yeah, meet you all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Do you mind the first time that you met all of us? Aye. Dino.
I remember being Archer. You were in my second session because I came into the mat room and you were like basically like your legs were like that and your neck and the head was like that, like you were like a fucking bridge. You know what I mean? Like not doing a bridge, you were a bridge.
I remember you took us all through like a stretching session.
Yeah, that was it. That was
like the first time we did neck bridges and shit like that, and it was like, oh my god, you were just like a proper full-on art.
I don't remember meeting. The only person I remember meeting like at all was Caleb, because he started like I think 1 or 2 sessions before me, and
Yeah.
I walked in and I was just like stood at the front door like fucking pissing my fucking panties. And I just seen him coming out, and Caleb's fucking massive, and I just seen him walking towards me, and I was like, okay, here is the champion. He has been like in my head, I was like, he has been doing this for 10 years, and he is the biggest, strongest wrestler in the world. And he was like, oh, it's my second session. I was like, oh.
It's like, oh, all right.
I remember seeing Caleb for the first time. Like he was in, for whatever reason he was in, or I was in it, whatever night he was in, and he's got the same tattoo on his elbow. And I was like, right, I'm gonna fuck with this cunt. You need to get rid of that. So you need to get that covered up. You can't. Well, like, I've been here longer. You need to get that covered up. We can't have both the same tattoo.
I think the first time I met Ryan in my first session. I came in the door and you were all standing getting changed, and I was like, hello. I know no one. Hello, this is me. And then I didn't meet you, Vago, until I think I didn't meet you till the first show I helped out at, which would have been Anarchy.
I was what to say because I remember you were speaking about the karaoke thing, and I was like the guy going because I remember it was me and Scotty and I want to say Bradley at the bar drinking. We were doing just shots or whatever. And he was like, oh, here's Dino. Or it was the Dino at the time, but yeah. Here's this guy. See, when we was like, he's one of, it's all right. He sound as fuck. He'll be all right then.
Any job.
Then the first time I met Connor was just like, I came in one day and I was getting changed and Connor walked in and he had this almighty swagger about him. He was like...
You must be thinking of someone else.
You just came in and you said hello, but you barely made any noise when you said hello, because I remember that.
I've heard this so much. Like the first like month I was there, like everyone was like, you were speaking, but I could not hear you. I was like, hello, it's really nice.
But like you, Ryan, and Dino must have started near enough. Like you were like...
No.
Classes classes one after the other. Must have been.
No, I think Connor started probably like 9 months after me and
Yeah,
Ryan.
nearly a year.
I'm close to a year for Ryan, but 9
Yeah.
months after me.
Aye, but like that was when like the
It
rest of
was
them
the
were,
next group,
they
yeah.
were
Yeah, it
really
was-
taking
yeah.
their time with putting guys through. They weren't rushing like
Yeah.
they did with me. They did with Garrick. They just like rushed us through, and it's like, oh, we need guys, so we'll rush them
I was
through.
really
Like,
glad. Like I didn't touch the ring for weeks.
Yeah,
You know, I was just,
Weeks,
just
weeks,
were
me and
mad.
Ryan did. We were fucking near a year.
I think I was like I think it was like my fourth week, and then it was like all the people that were in my training group. I was like, all right, okay, go take a bump in the ring, and it was just
Yeah,
like the end of the session. It was like, go take one bump, or it was like a couple bumps. I remember I took a back bump, that was fine, and then we took 3 bumps. It was like, but everyone take a back bump, everyone take a front bump, everyone take a flip bump. Took the first 2 absolutely fine. I remember I took a flip bump. Absolutely love taking flip bumps. Right? I just like, because everyone was still like, you guys, like, we're all like, everyone that was in the ring training was like, just stood outside watching. So it was like, like 10 people just watching me, and I was just like shitting myself. I done a flip bump, and just, I did not do a flip bump. I basically done a jumping spike bump, because I just jumped and landed on my head, like the back of my neck. And I was like, ow. Do not do that again.
That's like Ryan. You'll probably remember when I was able to do I was close to being able to do a nip up. Like I kept
oh, it's frozen.
in there actually. So it's like Vago, Sean Johnson. I'm pretty sure Crusher was there as well, and he's like, he's gonna try and do a nip up. So I'd done it in the middle of the ring in front of them, and I was like, yeah, and like Aspen done all off the ring, and then like Crusher and Sean are just like. I was like, oh, fuck, I better get. And then I wasn't in the ring again for 10 months.
I think one of my proudest moments in training was when I finally managed to do that fucking neck spring and land on my feet.
I've completed
That
mate.
was it.
The,
I could have retired. Then.
the pop after you've done that, it's the biggest pop we've ever got.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. Someone got me to do it again, then film it. And to this day, I'm watching that back still. Because I can't do it anymore.
Just do it at training next week.
No, I can't just do it at training next week.
I can't do nip-ups again because my knees are fucking good. Because every session I used to come into training. Yeah. Every
We're fucking
session,
knee pads. Fuck's sake.
no, but
It's not hard.
it's not going to stop the impact from underneath.
It would have 4 years ago if you wore
Well,
them when
it's too
you
fucking
started.
late now.
You did them in the matted room all the time. And there's just
Yeah.
no give on the mats. And you're just here nipping up like an idiot.
I would literally turn up and be like, oh, it's been 2 days. I better make sure I can still do a nip up. Okay, I'll try again just to be sure. Okay, I'll try again just to be sure. Okay, I'll try again.
Like I would love to hit one on a show, but I'm like Ryan's drop kicks. It's like 1 in 7.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's like, nah.
Same with your moonsault, is it?
I do a nip up
fucking
all the
picture
time.
perfect moonsault. It's like
Fucking.
I've like never done a nip up in an actual match.
The thing is, if a heel does it and fucks up, it's okay because you can
Aye.
just sell it like it's a like you. Oh, bleh. But if a babyface does it in the middle of their comeback, yep, you're gone,
It's like,
you're
nah.
dead.
There's
You're
a
dead in the water.
reason. There's a reason I've never attempted it on a show. 'Cause I
that would
just
be
feel
me. Like
fuck it.
3 attempts, and I just get up. It was like just happening.
Friday,
I would,
fucking
I would just fuck it, and I would be that affronted in myself. I would just leave. I would just
I-
leave.
I
Can
might-
you, do,
crying.
can you do one, Archer?
Of course
I
he
can do it.
can.
Aye.
Do you do a Shawn Michaels, bring the legs
Aye.
back, then go?
Aye. And I can do it in fucking jeans and that.
Oh shit!
My favorite
Aye.
nip up I've ever done was when me and Ryan were just like doing some training shit, and I'd done one and just farted immediately, and we laughed for about 25 minutes.
We got that on film as well. We did a
Yeah.
whole spot. I think the
Yeah.
spot was like flip you off, double duck, and you hit a big forearm
Yeah,
or something.
something
But
like
you
that,
landed
yeah.
on your back.
Brrr.
You did a nip up, farted as soon as your feet hit the ground, and then you just fell back down. And there's like a video that's like 30 seconds long of us just laughing our fucking tits off.
It doesn't
Oh, I
matter
think it was- I
how
think it
old
was
you get.
Malice filmed
Farts
that,
will
yeah.
never nay be funny.
Yeah.
I remember I think it was a match with it was Alan Sterling. I can't remember whatever we were doing. So we do the match, bang, 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 picks him up, slams me, and the second I hit the mat, the fart just shot out. The worst thing was it wasn't a noisy one, but fuck, it hurt like hell. I'm not selling my butt, I'm selling my arse. I'm going,
I just want to have it just no.
oh,
That's like I went to charge someone in the corner, and every step I
Here's
farted.
It's giving you a power boost. That's what it is.
Vago, where was it? Like, it was like I can't remember if it was like end of 2019 or like start of 2020. What was the show that you were like so like worried that you were gonna shit yourself at?
Bomedi.
That was the one that Ryan. Like I was like, look, guys, I'm fuck. Didn't even gut. First thing Ryan did is boot in the fucking gut. Like, come on, boys, fuck's sake.
Win the game.
Sorry, it was like a gym floor. You'd have been fine.
Like, as Caleb said, it's like it was Papa Shango. He just put a spell on me.
It's like you're starting the apron, and like you could tell, like you couldn't really sell anything that was happening in Archer because you were just so busy clenching your finger.
I was like, I've never been that fucking ill. Like, if it'd been like I said, if it'd been a singles match, I would have just said, nah, just tag this it's a tag match.
Get Archer, yeah. Archer all day is fine.
It's fucking Dynamite,
boy,
fuck's sake. And he's wanted the other fucking nonsense. So like, look, Dynamite, look, we can't do this because I will literally fucking film the drawers. Just.
I think I keep up to you like 10 times that day saying you're going to shit yourself in the match, and you're like, well, if I do, I'm going underneath the ring.
It's like, he'll box Imodium is like that. That's...
The worst thing was, you were the comeback guy for that one as well. I spent most of the match on the floor.
Because Dynamite set this thing up, I'm getting DDT Archer in front of his family. And I was like, I'm getting might have to like switch it about. No, but we're doing this, so for fuck's sake, here we go.
You were too ill to politic your way out of that one.
Aye, it's just too ill to argue with him. I was like, nah. All right.
You know, normal wrestlers take coke, somas, fucking Vegas on the Imodium.
That thing was like a fucking rugby ball when it finally came out. I was like, just fucking massive.
That is genuinely one of my biggest fears, is that I'm gonna like shit myself during a match.
That has happened to someone.
Scotty told a good story where he took a bump and he went to sell, and as he like went for the sell, he put too much pressure underneath and he nearly done it.
You know what?
He says he nearly missed the next spot because he thought he shit himself.
Do you know what's funny? I like shitting myself in a match would be bad. That's not.
You're wearing white.
Yeah, that's literally my gear's purple and white. Like that would be like you would be able to tell.
I've got a pair of drawers and a pair of jeans on. I've got some level of protection.
But you've also got open legs, so if it slides out, it's only going
through the bottom of the shorts.
It looks like mine will go against my boots. I'll be fine because it's tough.
Right, Dino, we're all right. We're all right.
We're okay. I mean, it'll look like we've got a tumour at our ankle.
Yeah, depends what direction it goes. You might look at you might have a bigger cock, I think.
Ryan, you'll be fucked because they'll just be like, why is Ryan hiding a chocolate bar in his back of his singlet?
So it's a protein bar. I'm saving it there for later.
Yep, protein bar. That's it. It's actually a foreign object I was away to use in my match. It's a joke.
Yeah, getting rid of the protein shake. I've got the protein bar there as a secret weapon.
Just atomic drops all the way.
I didn't know that.
Somebody's like,
speaking about this.
Can you imagine like if like Ryan had grabbed you big when he said atomic drop, you would have just went, fuck you.
Atomic drop, reverse atomic drop, and again, and again.
Atomic drop, I end up selling the knee.
Go home.
You're gonna take 6 ass bumps during this match, all right?
I'll prop you up on the top with your facing out.
Here's a gut buster.
Oh.
Just why?
Yeah, it's a good job.
All over me.
It's a good job. It's a good job you weren't taking a splash or anything like that. Like, because that person would have had to have peppered it.
Just aye.
Like a tube of
It'd be like if you punched a toothpaste tube.
Fucking disgusting.
Aye, that's.
Speaking of toothpaste tubes, see when you open up a new one, what do? Do you squeeze it from the middle like a fucking maniac, or do you squeeze it from the bottom like a sane person?
Fucking
No, I
bottom.
squeeze it like a maniac.
End off.
Yeah, I'm just like.
No.
Whoa.
Like, when you're saying the bottom, are you saying like near where it comes up, or like at the bottom?
No, at the bottom. You squeeze it from the bottom.
No, you squeeze it from the top.
And then
Well,
you
that's even
work to the
more.
bottom. As you run go down less of it, you come to the bottom.
Aye,
I don't really-
then you squeeze it up. But it's like you squeeze it up with, like before you put like you
You see,
squeeze it below it and then squeeze it.
Ryan, I have more exciting things to do in my life than squeeze toothpaste at the bottom.
I don't think I just
Aye.
squeeze. Like,
This is-
whenever
this
I
is-
squeeze, when I squeeze.
This is taking a strange turn.
Well, welcome to the Mickey Vigo
I wake up in the morning and I say, will I squeeze the toothpaste from the bottom or will I punch myself in the dick instead? I think I'd rather punch myself in the dick.
You can do both. Doing both is an option.
Like we've spoken about shitting ourselves, but here's a word from our sponsors, Colgate. Do you squeeze from the bottom or do you squeeze from the middle like a fucking maniac?
An excellent market employ. Get folk speaking. It would.
Yeah, that's Colgate getting tagged in the fucking trailer.
Mickey Vigo sponsored by Laxido.
Hashtag ad.
What the fuck's the other name?
Oral B. Sensodyne.
No, oh no, what's the other one?
After smart price.
What's the other one if you're constipated? What's that in?
That's not toothpaste, that's Imodium. I wouldn't use that as toothpaste, that's the same.
When I let you get kicked out just before.
Yeah, I was waiting.
Everybody
Right.
consent.
So we're back again.
Once again, I couldn't make. Oh, sorry.
We're, fuck's sake. this is
Record,
us,
aye.
this is us staying in.
I ran out of deodorant this morning.
Fuck's
So
I
I
can
sake.
smell you from
sprayed,
here.
I sprayed laughing gas instead. Been smelling funny all day.
Hooray.
Hey!
So I'm just gonna end it there. Goodbye, boys.
Right.
See when I said, this is staying in? Nah, that's getting cut.
I know you're having a laugh.
No. Cut
After
the
that
end.
joke,
Cut
I
the
think
punchline. Cut the punchline. Don't cut the start. Cut the punchline.
I ran out of deodorant, so I sprayed laughing gas instead. That's it. No punchline, that's it.
And instead of cutting the joke, just cut Ryan from the podcast.
Hey, that's just fucking rude now for someone who listens to this band, apparently.
Just a couple of seconds of silence every so often as I.
Right, go get your guitar again.
Right, so like I said, we're back. So we'll get into some of our fantasy booking before we get back to some banter. So,
Oh,
like I said, you've got 3 bands or musicians because Connor doesn't get any bands.
Raging.
fuck's sake.
But Dino, you've got 3. You've got an opener, a mid card, and a headliner. Who's your 3?
Oh my gosh.
And I
I
expect
know-
this to be all over the place.
It was. I know who my headliner is. Big bad Michael Jackson.
Right, that's not expected, but yeah, go
I
ahead.
thought we weren't talking about sex offenders.
Excuse me.
Hell. Right. Cut. Fucking.
Alleged. To be
We're
fair,
live.
he's a legend.
Alleged.
It's a
A
statement.
He's
legend.
been proven. He's fine.
A legend.
Right,
My
okay. So Michael Jackson's the
mid-
headliner.
my mid card is going to be the Rat Pack. So Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr.
Right, okay.
Oh my god! And then my opener, I need to make a decision of whether I'm going to chuck BTS in or if I'm going to chuck Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah, they're both the same.
Very different music tastes.
Take that back.
How old are you again?
24.
Fuck, I thought you were all.
You're 24.
Mhm.
You're.
I thought, like, I
Fuck
knew we were the
me.
same age, but I thought you were just a bit older than me. But no, I feel.
I thought
I'm
you
25 this year.
Yeah, I just turned
Okay, I thought
25 last month.
I thought you were all.
Okay, it's not fucking competition, Ryan.
Well, do you know everything's a competition between me and you? Okay.
Well, that's very true.
25,
Is that you want to look as all as me? It's
Fuck
fine.
off, you fucking pair of wanks.
Vigo, you
Well
45 this
said.
year?
30 fucking. I was 37 last month. Thank you very fucking much.
Hey, believe it or not, people
Fucking
think we're
dick.
the same. People think we're the same age.
No, people think you're older. I'm the younger one. let's be
It's
honest.
because it's a nice
Aye.
term.
I remember Archer, I told my dad you were at the time I think you were 23, and he was like, "No fucking way." That he's 23. He genuinely thought you were 33.
I'll give you a funny story. I remember we were in Drummond's. I was speaking to whoever it was, and the girl says, how old do you think? I said, I'll guess how old you are. So, okay, on you go. She says, I guess you're 31. At the time, I was 22. Right. And she says to me, says, how old do you think I am? I said, well, I'm not going to fucking answer that now, am I?
Say about 5 years younger than you think.
Oh, she's about 30. Oh, she's about 32 or something like that. I was like, well, I'm not going to answer now.
A boy, my first day at my new job, a boy in my work was in the van with. He said, how old do you think I am? And he had like no hair, bit of white hair, glasses, and he was from Torre. So I was like, oh, 62. He was 43.
Why would you say that? Oh,
The roughest paper round it, boy. I think his paper round was the Gaza Strip or something.
Fuck, I'm dreading my fucking 40s if I look like this now. Jesus.
So you say that, but your knees and back are 40 now.
yeah.
Just the rest is to catch up.
It's getting them. My next 27, but fucking everyone else is about 47 now.
27, it's 47.
No, that's the only good thing about it. Everyone
Right,
else is
okay.
getting fucked.
At this rate, Archer, by the time you reach 40, you'll look like the guy in Indiana Jones when he drinks to the wrong rail.
I've just slowly become X-Pac. I've just accepted that now. I'm slowly turning down. I've
The
accepted.
two of you better have done the fucking Spider-Man meme when you seen each other backstage.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh, it was fun. I remember wrestling him, and I think it was a day. I mean, he goes straight to the spinning heel kick on him, completely fucking missed. So as I went next, I'm fucking making sure I get hit with this. Wham! I was like, okay, gone. I fucking made sure I got hit with that one.
That's reminded me, no, the picture, Vago, of you and looking sharp getting clotheslined by Devon.
Yeah.
You look like you just didn't. That must have hurt like fuck.
See,
It looks like
You
one
fucking went down with that thing.
that one was
Yeah.
all right. There's one before that, like Archer came in for the hot tag, and he
Split the lip open.
he got bumped out of her, and then Lou came in and he got hip tossed, and I came in and like before the match, he's like, Devon's going through. He's like, I'll do this. I'll hip toss him and I'll close on you. So you keep your chin up. And like I watched it back because it was like the 6 years since it's been fucking. It was the other day. This is what they called this. And so he like I said, he bumps Archer about, and then he fucking hip tosses Luton. I come in and he hits me with this clothesline, and he just takes my fucking head off with it. He just fucking right through us.
Oh,
Like, I mean, my pal saying at the time, like, you sold that well. I was like, that was the sell, and he literally fucking killed us with it. He just fucking he ripped the fucking head up. It was like,
What is that?
fuck me.
what like was it like around your throat or was it like on the
No.
actual face?
He's
Like,
just that
if you-
big.
He just like he's not tall, but he was just built like a British house. So you just fucking has you no choice but to go fucking down with it.
Well, I remember he hit me that first thing when I first came in, and I just remember it didn't hurt, but by fuck I felt it, and I remember, oh fuck, I taste blood, right, here we go. And I remember that night he says, oh, blah blah blah, flying burrito, and I'm like, okay, cool. Turned to Luke and Sharp, I'm like, what the fuck's a flying burrito?
I remember that. And like the two is like, what the fuck's that? It's like, it's Tito Santana. It's
So you
Someone
get to that
launching
move.
their fresh mix order across the room.
Nowhere like, right? I remember that night, right? Scariest part of that night was I'm like getting slammed, lying there, legs open. Here's Devon, away I come flying towards him. I'm going, this is gonna fucking hurt. And so here he comes. I'm like, shit, fuck, bang. So I sell that, roll to the corner. He does his stuff. And I remember I just spat out a bit of blood went out, landed on Martin's suit, and I remember getting grief from him afterwards. But fuck me, I remember I was going through the table, which I had put together myself.
You did, aye.
Through most of the day. Bang, got thrown through that. I'm lying there, burning because there's layers and layers of paint on this fucking table. And I just hear, get out, kid, get out. I'm like, yes, boss. Fuck.
So, like, obviously, none of us newbies have worked any imports yet. How does it like? See, when you're planning a match, you plan your match with us, and it's just a basic, standard. We do this,
It's
we
just
do this,
being a
whatever.
politician to get what he wants, yeah.
Name with imports. It's just the way you're told with imports. It's like, what do you want to do, sir?
Yeah, I was waiting to say. So
I was
how
the,
is it
like-
with them? Is it just
When I was working
You
in
pretty
Mosh,
much asked them.
I wasn't at that level yet. I couldn't with ball ticket. I was like, no,
He was
Devon,
fucking-
Ken,
yeah.
it doesn't work for me, Devon. Ken, we'll do this instead. No, I'm done
I
here.
think it
I'll put
depends
you
on,
through the table, Devon. That's how we'll do it.
I think it depends on who the employer is, because I would imagine Chavo would have gave Bingo a lot of input
Aye.
because
Oh,
the kind of match they had, whereas like a lot of these other guys.
But I
maybe
remember
won
the
it.
one we had with Devon, like Thunder and Sterling had a lot of stuff set up.
someone just fart there?
Yeah,
Elder
did
were
someone
not
just
far.
fart? Did someone just fart? Because that was loud.
Who was it? It was Dino.
It was Dino.
Sorry, I blamed you.
I forgot him. Yeah.
Aye, like I said,
I just seen me and Ryan's eye just go.
So I'll try and talk through. Well, no, right, but yeah. But like I said, we put this thing through with Devon, and it was like Thunder and I doubt it was even Thunder, but Sterling had this thing set up where he was going to throw. I can't remember, was it Archer or was it
Probably
Lou?
was me.
It was one of the two. He was got a press slam and he was got to chuck us onto the other two at ringside. And Devon was like, "Nah, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. Whatever. Like, we'll do this instead." And he just and it was the same way. The 6-man we had
Oh,
the next year. It was like basically
that.
I was basically the Hurricane that put most of that together. Like
I took most of the night to put together as well.
like we had ideas, but like it's Hurricane. Obviously, he's been in it for that long. You just deal with the most experienced guys. Like they've been to WWE, whatever they've been wherever else. They can exactly what they're doing, so you don't argue with them.
Well, I was like, I remember that night. It was a guy fucked up a spot. I went a spot ahead, but I remember going. As soon as I went for it, I thought I'm gonna get fucking umpteen amounts of shit for this. No, they were nice enough. So it would have been nice if we did this, but shit
Well,
happened.
Hurricane and Carlito were.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I did. Oh, yeah.
Vigo's best mate.
Paul was a fucking prick, but aye, we're gonna speak with him. Like he did no input. It was he was
Aye,
the,
it's
he
like-
did.
You've buried him on enough episodes.
Aye. He was like us. He did, but he was fucking tilt. It was fine.
It's like when I remember I was sitting next to Ryan would have been there as well. I was sitting next when Dynamite and Park were putting together
Aye.
theirs, and Park was like giving Dynamite was putting in a lot as well. It wasn't just like here's what you're doing.
But because I've only ever been in tag matches with guys like obviously I've been in with 6-man. Archer, you were in with X-Pac when I was a
Yeah, that
6-man.
that was a different fight. It was one of those things that behind the side, obviously before we went out, he was a bit. No, I wouldn't say even out of it. He wasn't the person you've seen on TV behind the scenes. And as soon as he went through that curtain, bang, completely different person.
Was he not just sleeping beforehand?
I remember one point, and he came through in his underwear, bandages around his knees. Says, anyone got a hair band? Yeah, there you go, pal. Oh, anyone got the wrist tape? Yeah, there you go, pal. As soon as he went through the curtain, bang, completely different person. Now, she come back to him. I think he'd had. Well, I remember everyone hugging backstage, and okay, this is a great night. This. But
I think
it just.
it must be different with like guys putting like singles matches together.
Oh, it's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, tag matches is kind of they've got umpteen other boys to think about. Also, like the guy must
Just
like
watching, being there. Obviously, me and Bradley were there for a lot of Zack Dynamite and Pac's match when they were
Aye.
sort of going over things beforehand,
Yeah.
and it was just like. It was really interesting to see like the way we plan matches and the way they plan matches as well. It's just very similar.
But I think the thing with Pac was that like a lot of the other guys we brought across were like the guys that had been in it for years and years and years. They kind of beat WWE. Like obviously Pac had beat WWE, but it hadn't reached kind of the levels that the like your like Hurricane. He was that like a top guy, but he'd been there for years. Like
Yeah.
your Tank guys, whatever, X-Pac's kind of been at near enough at the top. So at this point they were winding down their careers.
Yeah.
Rikishi's the same, kind of like he'd been at the top, and Pac he'd been released, and he was trying to rebuild himself.
Yeah.
So obviously he's got to give guys a bit more than like the I wouldn't say legends, but you get what I mean.
He's still very much a work rate guy.
Aye, he's a worker.
It's a style of
Same with
match.
Chavo. It's the same with Chavo. Chavo's been around for ages, but he's not winding down. I would say.
Yeah.
He's still very active.
Yeah.
How old is Chavo now? He must be getting up there.
50 old, he must be.
Yeah.
Must be, aye.
And
Yeah,
he
ages-
put in a lot more than I thought he was going to do.
Aye. Ages with me, aye.
He just with your knees.
He's as old as your knees feel, yeah.
Aye, it's fine.
Pac, like I only spoke to Pac for like a minute, if that, but he was like the most like polite gentleman I've ever met. Like
He
he
was
was
He's a
alright.
bastard.
I mean,
Oh, sorry. He was a bastard
Ryan!
to me.
when we met him, me and Archer had just been like we'd been across the Asda to buy beer, and then we'd stopped in past like the kind of like in the leisure centres, the bit upstairs that sells all the snacks, whatever. A couple of chocolate magnums. So we come in fucking carrier bags full of beer, chocolate magnums, and there's this guy built like a brick shit house. It's like, all right, how's it going?
First, yeah, I remember that because I think it was Garrick, Mr. P, and I think Mikey Ennis, the referee. They were in
Aye,
the
they
gym.
were in the
but
gym.
They were fucking lifting weights. We're walking past the fucking ice creams going, all right. Fucking carry
I
on.
remember hearing that Mr. P asked Pac if you wanted to work out
Yeah,
with him in the
aye.
gym, and I was
Ah.
like, fair play, you don't ask, you don't get. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He didn't work out with him, of course.
Aye,
'Cause
but yeah.
I didn't know
But,
that.
you
That's
know,
amazing.
Homemade.
I just thought it was great. It's like you don't ask, you don't get. Imagine working out with fucking the Aberdeen Beach Leisure Centre. That's a story to tell.
That's,
Fucking hell.
it's like this kind of stuff you wouldn't think you would get. Because like, I mean, with the year we worked Hurricane and that, like I was meant to go to fucking like Tucker was like he was taking me to Nando's or whatever it was to get fucking food before the show started. He was like, I was me and somebody else. He said, you can come because you can hold a conversation with these boys. And eventually it turned out like we just turned out they didn't want to go, so they would just stay in and get me picked up food. It was like I could have essentially been having fucking lunch with fucking Hurricane and Carlito and was that the year Tanka was there?
I remember I had a similar experience with, I think, was it Jim Duggan? Remember when they did a signing with them? So he's sitting having his food, and we're just sitting chatting shit. And I remember that was the night. That was when he asked me, "Well, you see me getting thrown about on TV with him the next day." He leans in and he says, "Hey kid, I need someone to throw about tomorrow. You up for it?" I said, "Yes."
You don't need
Okay.
to ask Archer twice.
You have to ask me about 10 times now. But I remember I went back to the bar, went to the bar a couple of times for him, and he says to me, I know, Dennis pulls me aside and he says, "Are you paying that your in pocket?" Yeah. I said, "Well, no, the company will get it." Okay, that's fine. But remember, he was throwing about the next day. So thanks for that, kid. And the best part of that weekend was, right, he signs a copy of his book and then hands it to me on the, I think it was Thursday night. He says, "That's for you, kid. Enjoy." I thought, you're a fucking great man, Jim.
I wish I had the chance to meet him. You know, this is like I wish I had the chance to meet Jim Duggan, but obviously he was there before.
Well, I went to Orlando for WrestleMania with a couple of the WrestleMania guys, right? And
Is that
we're at
33?
33. So we did 32, and we did 33. Went to WrestleCon, and I thought I seen Jim Duggan. I thought, fuck, okay, I went and paid money to get a photo. And I was thinking nothing of it. He wouldn't remember me. And so where are you from, kid? So Aberdeen, Scotland. So, were you that wrestler? I said, yes, yeah, it was me. You were the kid. I said, yeah, and he remembered me from, yeah, you were the kid who went and got vodka. Yes, that was me, Jim.
Oh, that's nice.
But he still took your money because you're a fucking mark.
But it was Jim Duggan, so it was okay.
That's nice he remembered though.
But then it was we're walking along a certain bit. I remember Bull James pulled up here, he recognised us there as well. I thought, oh, go here we go.
Try to get a booking.
This, I feel
Vito's it. I mean, Vago Vito's it.
this
That
match. No word of either. That match with Dempsey. I couldn't watch for a year. Couldn't watch it for a year.
It was alright.
Couldn't. But I fucked up a tiny little bit, but I couldn't watch it for about a year. I remember that. I watch it now.
I
I can't watch any of my matches.
I admittedly I haven't watched it for a while, but I don't remember even that. I remember we missed our spot with the Hurricane. We went to each other and we completely missed it and went to someone else.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the first time I watched it back was when we did the same night we ended up behind the Fitty Bar, weirdly enough. I watched it back then and I go, oh fuck, it's not that bad, but you know yourself. You fuck up one little thing, and it seems 10 times what it actually is.
Yeah, no one
I
else
think
will
it's- I
really
think it's 'cause
notice,
you're-
but you will notice it.
I think it's
Oh,
because of the people you are with as well. It makes you
Oh,
like,
fucking
hyper
irritate the fuck.
criticize it as well.
Yeah.
They weren't. I was expecting to get my arse chewed for that one, and it was bad enough. Oh, it would have been if it was one, but the fact it was 3 ex-WB guys that I'm
Well.
fucked.
The only,
Wow. It was 2.
Yeah.
Wow.
the only
Let's be
people-
honest.
the only people who like chew people out for like little stuff like that are arseholes. Like there's
Aye.
absolutely no need. It's like you forgot. It's near the end of the world.
But
Nobody
that's
got
the
hurt.
thing. Like, there's nobody apart from Bull. But like, so I want to keep dwelling on this. But like,
I never
everybody-
met him.
You will
Everybody,
keep going on it.
You will keep on doing it.
everybody at WrestleZone is ever brought in as being sound as fuck. Like,
Oh.
or everybody I've ever met, like I think before my time with like the guys who brought in before me, but like certainly the guys since I've been there, they've all been kind of very fucking not welcoming, but you know what I mean, friendly enough, and they're happy enough to give fucking advice or information or whatever.
most of the guys I've dealt with have been fine. There was maybe, like I say, Sanjay Dutt, and a few people didn't see actually. See, I died.
Archer's burning people.
Sorry.
Fuck Sanjay.
Listen,
I've heard a few folks say. I've heard the stories about Sanjay. Dutt, so it's staying.
He was a bit. But I didn't have much dealings with him, but Sanjay Dutt was alright. Colt Cabana, cunt, but no.
How would, like, obviously, like, way before my time, but like, how was Lethal, like, when Scotty won like the tag titles with him?
Lovely
I've heard
guy.
he was a great
Was-
guy.
Lovely, yeah.
Lovely
Was he
guy.
not meant?
I
Was he
thought
not meant
someone
to
said he
be
was lovely, yeah.
staying like in the UK for longer? But TNA got him a contract. or
There was
something?
something happening. So I remember the Rumble he was in. I remember that was the longest time I've been in a Rumble. It was about 20, 25 minutes, whatever it was in. So remember,
Your
I
knees
came
cope with
in-
that.
All right, that's you off, Archer. There.
Aye, but the best is
25
And most
fucking
have been in
minutes in a
one,
Rumble.
one,
Hey, it's
one
alright.
person came in, then the next person knocked me out.
I'm lucky if I've been in 25 minutes in every Rumble I've been in.
The best part was like I was like took a couple of things, rolled out, heard Lethal's music, right, roll back in, take a couple of things from him, roll back out, right, here's Dot, right, roll back in, do his shit, come back out, roll in, take a spear for Garrick, roll out again, roll out, get thrown out. That was me.
Was Lethal doing the lethal injection at that point, the handspring cutter?
Yes,
Or just long? Yeah, he was doing it.
I did. I didn't think I think he had a match with Dynamite that night. So I don't know if he did.
Yeah, it was him, Dynamite, and Grado.
Oh, that is a match I would want to see.
I was going to say that's a you wouldn't
I think
expect
it's
that
a
to be
weird
the
one on
match,
paper.
If you
Sounds
watch
like an
the vid-
instant one, yeah.
we do have that
No,
recorded.
see, Dynamite was working fucking
Yeah.
face of that
No.
thing and all, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
So it's
was,
like
yeah.
essentially about 3 faces and a triple threat.
I really want to see that match now. I'm gonna go back and watch that.
It did work. I've not watched it for how many years or whenever it was, but
You got
wasn't
any
a good
idea when
match,
it was? You got any idea when
13,
it
I think
was?
it was.
20, no, it was 2014.
12?
I'm gonna go back and watch it.
That was
2012.
before that, wasn't it?
No, 20 must have been 2013.
2013, because it was definitely before my. Because I started training 2014.
No,
That
it was
was-
2013.
That was Nations, wasn't it? So it must have been
Aye.
13.
Aye, so it was 2013 because 2012 was Cabana.
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know as well, like when him and Scotty were champions? No, they were challenging for the championships,
No,
but
they won the belts, yeah.
yeah.
Aye.
So before that, they were the challengers,
Yeah.
and
That was
obviously
the
they were
tag
going
tournament,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, they turned it around. They were going to put Jay Lethal and Scotty coming out last, but Lethal was like, "No, I want to come out first because I'm
Aye.
the challenger, and let the
Yeah.
champions come out last." I was like, "That's
Yeah.
that's pretty cool."
Aye,
I like that's something I think like the champions, regardless of who it is, should always come out last.
Oh,
Oh,
Archer's need a poop.
oh, Archer's knees are
Doing a
gone.
quick exit.
That's his knees gone. He's only got a tubey grip.
Do I change his bandana?
I was about to say I really hope he comes back with a different bandana. If he doesn't, I'll be so disappointed. The fact he's not changed it once in this whole thing, I've been very.
Aye, it's disappointing.
It is disappointing.
I expected more from Archer, but
I was about to put a bandana on. I realized this in my car. I'm like, oh, this is so.
just
So listening back to previous podcasts, obviously, Vago, you say you used to play football.
used
you
to.
know,
aye.
you used to play in school. Connor, did you play at all?
What football?
Football.
Sports.
Sports. I'll do a Scotty. Sports.
Take that as a no then.
I love football. I'm a massive football fan. Very
You're a
short.
West Ham fan.
Where did you finish in the WrestleZone Fantasy Premier League?
All right, I gave
Monohammers.
up 3 months ago. I was first for ages.
I am so
and then I
bad
gave up.
for fantasy football. I'll make my
winning.
team, and I'm really invested for like 3 weeks, then I forget about it and come last.
I was like, do you know the thing? I've probably joined the last 3 years, and you've won every single year. And this year I won, and like my team name was like not last FC or something, but I was like I am winning.
I was like, it was you and Thunder for months.
Yeah, the first half of the season we went like this, like it was me and him, and then it got like the second half of the season, and I was just like, man. Next, all right, like this has been filmed, all right. Point of declaration, you could like just clip this and just put this just on our page, all right. Thunder, Vigo, anyone else, I am winning the rest of the zone. I forgot words.
Fantasy Premier League.
You're far more excited.
I am winning it next year. All right. I literally was in. I remember there was like I think there was like 6 weeks at one point where I was in first. The whole, the draft. Do you remember the draft one?
I gave up on that after a
Yeah, exactly.
Because my team was dog shit. I was like, nah, I need to play this anymore.
I remember I done that, and I like the first weekend I was like 150 points ahead. Like, so I literally just didn't touch it for like 6 months, and I looked at it, I was like, oh, somehow Thunder's got off me, and then I was just like, man, my team's probably right.
So,
so sad.
did you play back in? I say back in the day. You're like 15 years old, but back in the day,
A couple of years ago. Couple of years ago, did you play?
Like what? Like no, I I would like I play with my mate. Like even like through like lockdown and that. Like the only like exercise I was getting was like going and playing like 5 sides with like my flatmates and that. So like I love playing football. I'm very bad.
Imagine enjoying
I
playing.
love
football.
to
I am terrible.
I love defending. I love a slide tackle.
I'm useless at football.
I was always the defender, just the chopper at the back. I was like, fuck off.
I don't.
If I can't get the ball, I get the
used to-
fucking man.
I can't fucking kick a ball.
I love playing football. I only like the thing is like my left leg, like more useless than like anything else. Like so, like if I play it right back, I can do a slide tackle on my right leg, and I can cross it in my right. So that's fine. But
I've got the family trait of me, my dad, my brother. No finesse, just pure hunger.
Just fucking kick it.
I used to play fairly regularly. Like every week there was like a volunteering group that I did it with, and but before that in school I used to play for like my school team and whatever.
we didn't have a skill team. That was the thing because we're from such a
Because there was not enough people.
Yeah,
There's not enough people.
no, literally, like we
people.
once went to like the like PE or sports coordinator in our school and said, "Oh, can we get a football team?" And they went, "Oh, we done that once. We organized the bus and we organized teams against playing that against, and no one showed up, so we're never doing it again." And I was like, "Fair enough."
I remember I played for like a Sunday league team when I was in school, and I played for my school team as well. And this must have been primary school. I can't remember what age I was, but we were playing in Champion Street, which is like a
Jesus!
Aberdeen group thing
against FDS or something.
Yeah, something like that. But
who did you play for?
Camehill, my school, Camehill Primary.
What was it?
Cubs. We were called the Camehill
Cubs.
Cubs. I actually ended up on the front page of the Evening Express newspaper because I was in defence because I was the little fat kid, so they just put me in defence. I scored 3 own goals and walked off the pitch crying my bloody eyes out. And someone took a picture of it and put it on the front page of the Evening Express.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
It was like across the top. Like it was like advertising a little bit. You had like obviously the main headline, but at the top, it was just a picture of me and it was speaking about the Champions League football. Crying his eyes out. It was like you're putting a 10-year-old crying his eyes out on the front page of your newspaper.
That's money. That'll sell papers.
Just like there was a like a WrestleZone chat about like playing it was like a year
to do 5 aside. Yeah.
5 aside.
Whenever we can get back to, or I mean that is something that we could do like at some point. But like that needs to happen. Like,
Yeah.
as long as no one gets injured. Touch wood.
Well, the last time there was any football was Dino, myself, Thunder, and Ted. Before Aberdeen Anarchy, and Dino was doing stupid dives on this bloody laminate floor, and we're trying to score goals in these little 5-a-side goals.
I think we
that
did the
was-
same.
Yeah.
Was
that's
it?
the last centre line.
Was it Newton Hill, or I was somewhere we played the inside, and it wasn't even with football. It was like a tennis ball. That's when we played with a volleyball. It was someone ridiculous.
I think it was.
We
I think
played
it
with
was
an actual football at the beach.
Yeah, we play when I was in Thunder's like, we take it easy. You've got Anarchy tomorrow, and I'm like, I know, brother. Head fucking overhead.
That was the same night that someone threw
Carlos
one of my
Valderrama.
trainers in the basketball hoop, and I couldn't get it back out.
Who
Who threw my trainer in the basketball hoop?
Probably me.
Probably. You're the only one tall enough to reach it.
Can I just say one thing? Just because I literally just went and looked. I didn't realize I actually won the draft league. So fantasy champion right here.
You just try to get over you.
Yeah.
Yes,
How many
draft
how
league.
many fantasy leagues did you win this year?
It was-
Oh. How many
The
bands
draft
have you
league.
listened to,
The
Connor?
draft league. It's like Trump's vote. You know what I mean? Like
Aye,
it's not the
okay.
recount. It's not the real
I mean-
one.
I mean, in the draft one, it's come a whole fifth. That's
That-
pretty
that-
Fuck it.
I only needed
Another
to
edit.
overturn like a £500 deficit in the last week to win it. Like, look at that game. Like my first choice was like, I'll buy the best keeper. That'll give me points. It did fuck all.
Martinez was like the best keeper. Thing is, like in the actual one, like I gave up like halfway to 2/3 of the way through because I was like, I'm never catch Thunder, and
It's an edit.
You'll never catch me in Thunder.
I was like, I'm never catching Thunder, and I'm so far ahead of that I can just stop. And apparently no.
You're so far ahead of who?
That's
I was
another
so well
edit.
ahead.
Edit, right, we're done.
Fuck.
I was not the, you know, I was not
We're
the first
live.
one to do it. I was not the first one to do it. Right?
I was.
For me.
Take me.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking about it now. When I do it.
Just edit all of that. No, all right, none of that is used. Just go to break.
We're going to get kicked out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
need to.
Right, we're on again.
We're on, we're live.
We're on again.
Where were
So
we again?
I did again, but
I think we were talking about me being the best fantasy player in history, but you can move
third
past
best.
it.
But yeah, let's
How
go.
old are you again?
How old are your knees?
A lot older than you, kid. Put it that way.
Right, so we'll get back into since we've started again. We'll start off with Connor's
Oh,
fantasy booking.
forgot about this.
Is musicians. Let's get into this.
He's never listened to a band.
Never listened to a band, but let's see
Never
what he comes
listened
up
to a
with.
band.
So,
Right,
so
remember that, boys.
you've got what's that you're picking in your gin? Is that ginger beer?
No, it's pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade. That's
The fuck's pink lemonade?
lemonade's
Lemonade.
pink.
Lemonade is
Leave it
pink.
at
Why is it pink? Why is it got to be pink? What's wrong with just normal lemonade?
I don't know. It tastes nicer.
It makes it look
Like
fancy.
strawberry.
I'll make it. I like to make it even fancier, just a bit.
Oh, do you put fruit in that?
Yeah, raspberries.
Yeah. See, the first time you did that, I thought you were picking up jelly sweets out of a packet.
Coca-Cola bottles, that'll do.
You're putting fruit in your drink. That's what it is.
Yeah.
See, we're not
No.
missing out here. We're just nice refined this corner is.
Wait, classy bitch. You know, I wore a shirt. I thought I'd bring some class to the conversation.
Nice.
Hey, I've got a T-shirt with birds on it. Look, this is fancy for me.
Yes.
It's
Archer's
just-
got his chest hair out.
Dino's
Oh,
wearing
is it-
clothes. That's classy for him.
Archer's
Yeah,
looking like something out of a White Snake video from 1980 fucking 3.
Or Scorpions wins a change.
That's it.
Take me
You're freak-
to the roost. I was gonna stand up and take my nuts out, but I remember this goes on YouTube.
No.
Speaking of it, that's it. You're cancelled. Although the amount of folk that listen to this, I wouldn't be worried about it. It's fine.
No, but I'd rather about YouTube seeing it.
That'll be the trailer, just Dino's fucking nutsack. Right. So Connor, you've got an opener, a headline, an opener, a mid card, and a headliner of musicians. Let's see how far away from metal you can get for this.
You're on mute, Connor. Connor, you're on mute.
Like, you're still on mute. Like,
He's
we can't
not
hear
muted.
you.
I think he's just whispering.
Oh, he's taking a piss. Connor, you're on mute. You're on mute.
No,
Nitro 97.
He's genuinely fucked it.
It's just this podcast automatically wiping out something that's not heavy metal.
Nah,
Hey,
He was like so passionate about his song choice and not Scotland.
Boys,
Connor, we can't hear you.
We still can't hear you.
Connor.
I'll say it for you. Okay. So
Boyzone.
Paloma Faith. No. And then we'll finish off with
Gary Glitter.
Skillet.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. We can hear you now. Must be
Hello.
your headphones must be out of battery or some shit.
Oh.
I
Hello.
hadn't like the thing is I hadn't touched them, but like I just went on mute and unmute and then it fixed. I don't know why.
The IT fix.
Right.
I'm sure you guys missed out on many hilarious jokes. Just cue in a laughing track whenever it looked like I was speaking.
Like an episode of Friends.
Yeah, it needs a laughing track because it's not funny.
You know what? During the last like break, my gran literally texted me saying, "How are you? I was just watching the Friends reunion, thinking of you."
Oh, that's so wholesome.
Oh.
So wait, I
Nicholas
said,
flat here. Get out of here.
All
My
right.
grandma,
answer the question.
my grandma speaks to me about war films. So
Answer the question, how are you? Dino, your grandma texting you about Band of Brothers.
all right.
Yeah.
I've got,
My
Why
grandma
you
just watched it. Just watched
text me
Saving
about
Private
racism.
Ryan.
That's how I get. Just racism.
so wait, I've got to think of
Back your box.
what is it I'm thinking of? Three.
Who?
You can book your gig. So
Three
Right,
bands
take that
slash
fucking
musicians.
shot.
your
Right
dream
now.
gig. So you get a gig.
So Vagel, what is it?
Opener,
Yay.
mid card, headline.
Just you
Right.
book 3 musicians slash bands or whatever it is you listen to. I don't care.
Slash Dunter, 751 2. Keep Michael Flatley and fuck it.
Cascada.
Lord of the Dance, fuck it.
All right, I'll you know what? I'll gay it up a bit for this podcast. You know, to start it off, you know, it's the warm up. We want a bit of Ariana.
Mariah Carey. Oh, it's up.
No,
Ariana
Oh,
Ariana will get everyone a bit grooving.
As an opener.
Yeah. Oh yeah, to get everyone.
Headline material.
Yeah, well, not in my 3.
He's obviously got 2 biggerines, so let's hear him out and see where he's going with this.
Elton John.
Then we can bury him.
Yeah. Wait, what is the other 2?
Mid card, headline.
Mid card. Okay.
Like you're
mid-card.
working way from the bottom to the top. That's where you're
Yeah,
going.
yeah. Oh yeah. Ariana's bottom. Sorry, Anna, if you ever watch this.
That's her
Um,
getting
I don't think she's gonna watch it.
I am sure she's a massive fan of the podcast.
Connor Inglis Bear's arrogant. That's a trailer.
That is your trailer.
And then a bit of Adele that'll sort of soothe it down a bit. But everyone, you know, you get the nice vocals, and then as headline you get the Beyonce to send everyone home happy.
What you've done there
And
is
everyone likes Beyonce.
what you've done there is plan a wrestling card. Good opener. Slow it down a little bit in the middle, then bring it back up for
There you
the
go.
headliner.
It's a wrestling / music podcast. No,
He's actually put some thought into this. It's commendable. As shite as they are, he's put some thought into it.
What do you mean?
I've got four guys in mind doing the fucking Undertaker dead man gimmick, so I think that's quite cool. And then I've got 5 Korean boys doing the high spots. 7, sorry, or 7. Fuck.
Fucked it. So yeah, that's something.
That's download next year sorted.
What's the next note? What's the next note?
They're doing download this year, like a download pilot or whatever it is, and it's just shite. Like I can what they're trying to do, like it's only because bands. No, Kasabian's even there. It's fucking. I can't remember what it was.
They don't have Ariana, Adele, or Beyonce, so it
They've
will.
none of those 3. Come on, it's-
That's not even fucking
Imagine
close.
Download Festival announcing Beyonce as a headline.
No, wait. Was it?
That was
Download?
yeah,
Yeah,
no. Wait, they did
Britney
Sonosphere one year, and they did. It was
Cheryl Lloyd. And she got
no,
balls.
it was Bjorn again, the ABBA tribute band.
Bjorn again.
Like this was like 2009, 2008 maybe, and I was there, and I was like my mum was a massive ABBA fan, so like we got it in the car, and I was surprised at how much lyrics of ABBA I actually knew.
Look, whenever,
I'm
like,
getting the fucking Killer Queen.
If you're ever on a road trip of any sort,
Dunstan Queen.
That's
Killer
what I've
Queen's
seen
Queen.
before.
stick on ABBA's greatest hits album, ABBA Gold, in your
I would go there.
Yeah.
You're
I
fine.
used to work in a care home, and like ABBA, like sorry, Mamma Mia, like the second film came out in like 2019 or something, and for like a month, 2 months, while it was like building up to it, and when it was coming out, all that was played in like the dining room and the lounge of the care home was ABBA Gold, and like so all of them songs are just like imprinted in my brain.
No, about ABBA. I can't. Like, see if you put ABBA in your fucking top 3, I would have been all over that, but nah.
Oh, fuck that.
I would love. Nah, they still wouldn't be, but I would love that movie there.
Well, here's another question. Okay, when you were kids and you were going on road trips with your family, what's like the 3 bands or songs that you would
That's
hear?
what I say. Don't say bad.
Right, so
Per-
my dad, right, he's deaf, but he's not like fully deaf. My mum, on the other hand, is
Is it
fully
death?
deaf.
Is it death metal? He likes.
my mum.
Ryan. Ryan, sorry, one thing before you say anything else. Dino, can you again, as you did last night at training, count to 3 in sign language?
No.
Like that.
Yeah, you idiot! It's literally just 1, 2, 3. Like, I don't know why you made it harder for yourself. But my mother is deaf, like as anything. She can't hear anything. But my dad has a hearing aid, and he can hear a little bit. So growing up, my dad was also a DJ for the Deaf Club.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah,
It
this is
sounds
true.
completely ridiculous, but go on.
Yeah. Because the Deaf Club there was obviously deaf people, of course, but there was a lot of hard of hearing people who could still hear music.
Is that not the stable in Japan that Anderson and Gallows came from?
Fuck off.
No, not quite.
The
But
Deaf
my
Club.
dad was mad for music, and he was a massive fan of Queen and a massive fan of Freddie Mercury as well. So I grew up just listening to all of Queen's songs. So any road trip or anything, whatever, Queen, all the time. That's been imprinted in my brain.
For me, it's Queen, Meatloaf, and Duran Duran.
Duran Duran, yeah.
See, I was just like, if my mum was in the car, it was ABBA or Fleetwood Mac, or if my dad was in the car, it was Status Quo, which Archer love, or like Nazareth or ELO, any of these fucking olds.
Can I get Archer in a tag team with your dad, please?
Yes.
How old do you think I am?
Archer, your dad, and John Henderson coming out to rocking all over the world. I see it. Cool.
Believe it or not, right? True story, right?
I think we should book Hendo because it literally, like, apparently my brother was there. We know when they done the darts at the ACC or whatever it was, and
Yeah.
he said the pop that he got when he came out was the best pop anyone's ever
See,
had.
the thing is,
Road
right,
Warrior
he
pop
didn't
in the
win.
darts.
He didn't win his match. He drew 6-6 against Michael Van Gerwen. I'm a
But
massive
you'd think
fan.
he would have won.
He drew 6-6, but you'd think he would have won. So I could only imagine what the pop would be if he won. I wish I was there. Just arms flying, pints flying, absolute mayhem for John Henderson. I just love him. I just love him so much.
True story. I was supposed to do a dance off to rock and roll all over the world at an over 18 show. True story.
But your knees gave up on you.
How do you dance to Status Quo's rock and roll? You don't need to dance. You just
Be some
bounce.
of this.
Very.
Yeah. You throw some darts.
You can't be like, oh, rock and roll for the world.
Well,
You
not
spin the
very well,
release
yeah.
short in for a big finish.
That's Connor's bet. Connor
Yeah,
was
that's
the
now my spot. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that in every match now. Just I'll spin a Rooney at any point. Just during the heat.
Who were you meant to
My-
be dancing off with? Is a matter of
Oh.
interest.
That I can't think Grado I think was involved. I can't remember who the other. I think it might have been Sean Johnson, but that was originally it was Grado and Sean Johnson.
That's a lineup. Is it? Chris Archer, Sean Johnson, and Grado dancing off, rocking all over the world.
But Brian
Money.
Starr was it. Brian Starr was as well, but ended up being England. Brian Starr and Dickie Divers and Sean Johnson. But that was the original idea.
So you're robbed a dance off his status quo, is what you're saying.
I know.
He's so salty about it. He's
The
never
biggest
forgiven
status quo fan in wrestling, he wasn't even allowed to do the dance off. It's like
That is
raging.
the biggest rib.
Hey, if anyone's wanting a throwback, here you go. I just looked in the drawer over there. Remember when you get your Daily Mail paper, you'd get like a DVD,
No.
a CD, Slade.
I don't even know who that is.
Right,
Merry
come
Christmas,
on.
Merry
the
Christmas,
Christmas song.
everybody.
Yeah,
You'll remember.
fuck off.
You'll
Yeah.
get
And
sleep.
come on,
What?
feel the noise.
They also do the song every day.
Yeah, I hear man.
If I'm ever feeling emotional, I'll just put that song on.
I can't say I remember any
No,
of the words.
no, we're talking about like road trips with your parents. See if it was close to like qualifying for World Cup or the Euros. My dad would put on the Scottish World Cup songs, so
Yeah.
it would be always starting Army on repeat.
We are the match.
We're going
Fucking
to the
qualified
Army.
now, though, have we?
Literally, like Scotland in the Euros this year is going to be the first time that Scotland has been in any tournament in my lifetime.
Yeah.
How do we start talking about football?
So this is now.
I know fuck all about football.
And we've
Um,
got a
Tom
tough
is
group
saying-
again. That was the last day I was at.
We've got a
Yeah,
tough group, and we're
Don't
probably
go
not
home too
going to
soon.
win.
Knocked it the fucking.
We've got a tough group, but there's a chance we could come third. And if we're in the top 4 of the thirds, there's a chance we could get through to the next round.
See,
On
we're
it,
not
Dom.
going to win the tournament. I just want us to
No, we're
beat
not.
England.
England, yeah,
That'll make me
yeah,
happy.
we could lose 15-0 in every other game.
Dino.
If we beat England,
Football.
I would die a happy man.
That's it, yeah.
I like now, like I'm 21 years old. I would die a happy man now. Oh, do you
I
like?
suppose we should speak about wrestling or something now, Connor. They're
Yeah,
getting
What's
bored.
what's the next
Yeah,
what's the
no,
next
no.
point?
Wait, Ryan, we can start our own football podcast.
Yes, let's do it.
The West Ham and Newcastle football podcast.
We'll just do a podcast on that recent match that we had, which was amazing.
Correct.
Sorry. You mean the match that cost us top 4 and they just obliterate all chances? Like, yeah. I'm so glad. Yeah. Screw
Yeah,
you.
get that so far up. Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Dino, do you mind?
I'm so glad you guys you finished so
I have
well
no
in the
fucking
season
clue.
because of an Arsenal loony. Yeah, I'm so glad. Yeah, you guys done
Very
so well.
good.
That match saved us from relegation.
Yeah, you guys managed to finish 12th.
What's going on here?
Just
No.
because of that one player for Arsenal, you guys done well. He's going.
What the fucking shite is going on?
No one else. He has now got the record for under 21's most consecutive goals scoring Premier League games in a row.
I'm looking for the fuck to give.
He's also got the record since Alan Shearer
My
scored
storeroom
7
of fuck is
consecutive
running
games.
low and
So
winter is coming.
just do
And-
one.
and you
Joe
know
will
what?
live
He's not-
forever.
Yeah, you know what? He's not.
I'm
gonna be there
running out
next
of fucks
season.
to
He'll
give
get
here, Dino.
there, right? Yeah, you know what? Alan Saint-Maximin is injured half the season. That's all you've got. So
Yeah, but
and-
when he
and-
comes
I'm
back,
a
he
good
tears the
corner
bench
as
apart.
well. Like, teasing me for
He
someone
is
that
one of the
doesn't
reasons that we have survived this season.
yeah, you know what? We're in Europe next season, and you're getting relegated next season. So
We're not getting relegated
Please.
next season.
Connor.
Please, someone's
Connor.
bring a gun to my house.
See, what I've done there is I've muted them both, so fuck them. Carry on, boys.
So I remember.
Fuck you, I can speak sign language.
How the fuck? Oh, hold
So
on
can
a
I.
minute.
I remember working Mongolian Stompner.
What the fuck are we
No.
talking about again?
Right, I'll be back in a sec. Wait for a piss.
Connor's got so rigid he's just gone away. He's disappeared.
Oh, man, Connor.
This last part of the episode is just carnage.
Aye, we've just fucked it.
It's piss.
We fucked it.
Did you expect anything else?
No, this is standard for this fucking nonsense. It's
Nitro 97.
1997. That's what we're doing at this point. Just ripping up the format and we'll.
All right, I get them all. Come on now. Yeah, you make something.
So
Half
yeah,
of the podcasts have just gone. They've gone.
that's synchronized being at this point.
Yep. And they
Fuck's
were
sake.
bloody slagging off Martin and Caleb.
Like, there's only 7.5 minutes left to go, and they couldn't wait. The fucking Archer's gone.
Get away.
No, I'm hunting. No, I'm committed.
Oh, he's waiting.
We're
He's
still
waiting
on.
the 7 minutes.
We're
He
still
should, get,
live on it.
he should get there, Jim Ross. He's got to push himself in his seat. It's fine.
It's all right, it's below the waist. I'm fine.
Wait, I'm unmuted. Does that mean we're talking about West Ham and Newcastle again?
Hi Connor, how you doing, mate?
I chose to be muted while I went for a piss. He didn't mute me.
Aye, that's chose to be muted. That's what it was. So yeah,
Oh, fuck me.
like I said, we've only got 6 minutes now, 7 minutes, whatever it is. So it's no point in getting anything significant at this point.
I'm not sure we've
Not
talked
spoken about
anything
anything
significant.
significant in this entire section,
Yeah.
so
I'm not editing it. It's fine. We'll just
It's alright. There's 7 minutes left. I'll do a 7-minute promo. Okay, here we go.
you doing a 7-minute promo?
7 seconds, aye.
Yeah. Wait, what I mean is I'll do a 7-second promo and then I'll
Yes.
get Crush to run in and do the rest.
That's why I've got Vago.
aye, that was
Is there?
that was the original plan. Archer the other talking, I was standing in the back, look hard, and I was like, aye, 2 promos in it, we fucked it. We'll just I'll have to jump in at some point.
No, I still say the best thing was the hair today, gone tomorrow. That was it. We can't top that.
Nah, that was. It only took us like fucking an hour at best to record that.
Hour and a half.
Just completely fucked it.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Archer, how long? Like when did you start like training?
July 2010.
July 20. Wow. So like
How old were you in 2010, Connor?
my age always matched up with the year, so I was 10.
I was 15 going on 16.
How old were your knees then? Were they the right age?
They were the correct age for about 3 years, maybe.
And then every year they age by about 5.
It's like his knees aging dog years.
I'm surprised I'm still standing now.
But yeah, I like they must have done the world a good though, in the time off. Like,
I think my body was used to it. That's the problem. I've been used to the time off, but at the same time, I'd rather the grind was still there
Yeah.
because I hurt less.
They say you maybe hurt more now.
Oh, like I said, I was in a sports massage last night, and the cracks that was coming out of my back it would scare you.
it was like the chops that Dino gave fucking Connor at Bombi. On the turf. Just gunshots.
Unproven grounds.
I'm proving grounds, aye.
Wait, I know it was completely accidental. Do you remember the chop you gave me right to my throat?
Yeah, the second one in Turriff. It was right.
Yeah.
through.
I literally we were. It was supposed to be like he was gonna give
Fucking
me
young
2
kids,
chops,
Vago.
and we were supposed to like run straight into a spot, and I just like crippled on the floor, and like my ears were ringing, and I think I can't remember who was the ref, but I just said the ref, and I was like, I need a second. I was just like on the floor, like I can't.
Fucking
feel
kids,
anything.
Vago.
No, the spot was you started fighting back. You hit me with a forearm and then you hit me with a chop, and then
Another
as you hit
beer.
me with that chop, I like charged up my chop and just went wham, and the noise off it was incredible. And I didn't think I'd hit your throat, but then like saw you on the phone, you're like,
Did you just say you charged up your job?
because like as I was selling the chop he gave me, like I was winding up my arm at the same time.
He was holding the next button. That's what he was
Yeah,
doing.
I just imagine you like plugging into a power bank, charging up your job. Boom.
Dino, do you remember like when we had that tag match at Proving Grounds? Do you like
Yeah.
when we were brawling in the crowd, and it was just you beating me up basically for 5 minutes?
Yeah, it was just me shooting on
Yeah,
Connor.
like it
All
was
of
like
your matches gone in.
yeah. But like you just gave me like 6 chops, and I was like, I'll give you 1 shot back. Do you remember? It was Martin like stood like behind the TV. Do you remember we
Yeah.
basically we knocked over the TV and Martin had to catch it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically knocked over the TV.
What
like-
bastards you are.
Yeah, you like. Oh, I think I think it was my fault. I mean, probably. I think you
I
like.
should
We were like
scarred for
right next to
life.
it. I think you like hit me into it, and I like knocked
man,
Martin
bad
had to-
bitch.
What happened was I said fire back, and you went wham wham, nice rapid fire, and then
Yeah,
I just went wham like a solid one right across the face, and then you like fell into it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I seen the table while I was like.
Martin
spinning
fucking
around. I
hates
was-
you.
I probably. Like I seen the table as I was spinning around, so I went like grabbed the table as I was spinning around,
Sorry,
and I
Martin.
just like knocked into the. I didn't realize like the TV was like sitting like on
That's
the.
why immediately after I headbutted you towards the ring and then smacked you on the ring. So I was like, oh shit, we're gonna knock over the TV. But I said to you before the match, I was like, look, we're gonna brawl at the start. I'm afraid I'm just gonna hit it late in. So
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, Ted still gives me heat for that match because like my mum like after the Battle of Nations match was like. I know my mom. And like she put up a post on Facebook and she was like, "Oh, like my son's first official match," and like Ted was just like, "Oh, we had a fucking match. What the fuck was that then? It was an official match."
Buried.
I love hearing stories about Dino's dad going to shows,
Oh well, fucking great.
and he films whatever
I
is
knew
going
that
on, but he
fucking
just
old.
still tears into Dino every time he's filming your match.
I'm
Yeah.
only 27, man.
It's like when he gave me. It's like it was recorded me against Damien at the in Varudi in the main event,
Only 27.
and he went brought the two boots up, spin your leg around, gives you the backstab man.
Yeah,
And you can hear on the video my dad, "Ooh, you fucker! I felt that you myself."
I'm only 27.
I don't know. Like it eventually became like a running joke, but like when the promo when the promo classes were running, when I used to go to them, like eventually it was like a joke, but like it became a joke because for some reason every single promo I used to somehow involve my mum. I'd be like, "You fucked over my mum. How fucking dare you touch my
And
mum?"
you turned into the
Half a
biggest
fucking
Ouija.
shoot out.
Yeah. No, the thing is,
Heard.
like if you hear any promo I've ever done, like because I'm usually just like annoyed or angry in them, and even in general, when I
Annoyed
start
too,
shouting
yeah.
in life or in general, I get really Glaswegian, and it just every promo I've done, I'm just the most Glaswegian person ever, and you would not.
We're gonna get kicked. We're
and
gonna
do
get
not say
kicked
that
out.
ever. Oh, well, I'm finished my anecdote now, so just fill her until the next 20 seconds.
Yeah, you turn into the biggest Ouija ever.
Yeah,
when you're
for no,
speaking
for
about your mum in
literally-
promos.
literally
It's
no
great.
reason. Yeah, it's just, how dare you fuck my mum?
Right, you're on record again.
Right, consent, people, consent.
Consent.
And sink.
Fucked it again.
Oh,
Fucking
fucking
amateurs.
disorganized bunch of pricks.
So we're back again, and I don't know if I were going with this, but fire in, lads.
Disorganized.
Ryan's eating some toast as you do during the pod.
Archer's really ready to tear everyone apart.
So, Connor, when was it you started training?
August 25th, 2017.
Very specific.
I just know the date. I just know the date off the top of my head.
January 25th,
wait.
2017 for me.
But actually, here's the thing, and here's a question for you. Straight up, what was your first opinion of Vago and me? There's a question for you. First time you met us. What did you think the first time you met the two of us?
Big
I
leaguers.
thought, no, because I didn't think Archer was a big leaguer because he would actually do training sessions as well. I thought, I was like, I saw Vegan, I was like, boy doesn't like to do much, does he?
To be fair, I was
I
daft.
can't even argue that.
That's what I was literally gonna say. Like when I first started, like trainees were only allowed to go. When I started, it was Mondays and Thursdays. That was like the first training days. And then like I remember after I started a couple months, they said to us, "Oh, you guys can go on Tuesdays as well." And it was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then like it was ages after, and like that I started, and then it was like, and then like someone said to me, it was like one of the trainers, they were like, "Oh, Connor, you can go on a Wednesday as well." I'm like, "A Wednesday?"
You've reached
That's when Vago and Archer trains. Like, God, I must be doing well if I'm able to step up with the pros. God.
See, that was the thing.
But-
Like,
and then-
like even when I was training, like Archer was in. Like we were only at the time I was training, we were only Sundays and Wednesdays. That was still that like before the academy days, and Archer was still in both nights. Like he was in every fucking night, and then the open academy, he was in like it was open maybe 4 nights, and he was in 3 nights, fucking 4.
Yeah.
It's like nah, just 1 night's enough on me. That'll do.
I literally like until like last year, until the world shut everything down. Like I was like smart. Like I had a set schedule for work for like the last like 3 years. It was like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or something, and then it was like Monday, Saturday, Sunday, or whatever it was. Like I knew, like so, like I was like, but it like worked out perfectly that I was coming into training like 3 times a week. And I remember like when I first came to start going to Wednesday sessions, like I do like the first thing I ever remember was everyone on Wednesday sessions very competitive.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It
It
can
was
be, yeah.
literally just like
yeah.
like it was just like 5 people. I remember. I don't know if you guys remember this. There was one session where it was just everyone getting spun around for like 2 minutes, and then try like seeing how long you could run in the ring. And everyone just like fell in the ring. And I remember like it was like the next week it was like I got told like about William Sterling. It was like Connor, go see how long you can run in the ring. And I thought I ran the ropes for quite a long time. And then Vigo came in and he was like, all right, well, I'm gonna show this fucking kid how it's done.
Vigo, I still beat you.
No. Let's get this right. You went in, and then Garrick went in, and he just destroyed your fucking time. And he's
I
like, Garrick's
fucking
like,
beat you.
and then me and Garrick are like, well, fuck you, Garrick. I have to beat your fucking time now. And I went like twice as long. I was in there for like 25 minutes. Or whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Is like
I remember
I
coming into
literally
training
went,
like the day after you did that, and it was like time running. It was like Connor 5 minutes.
excuse me. It was like 8 minutes. Then Garrick was like
Fine,
16.
whatever.
Then
Fucking
Connor,
minute, boys.
Connor 8 minutes. Garrick 11 minutes. Vigo 25 minutes. Like what the fuck is
I
going
fucking
on?
beat Vigo. I cannot.
Just spite. That's all it was. Just spite. He's like, fuck you, boys.
No, that's the thing. If I had known I was going to be the first time on a whiteboard that was going to sit there for weeks, I would not have done 8. Like, it is so much easier to outrun someone than to just run for yourself. Like, if I had seen like 25 minutes, I would have been like, okay, I can't do that, but I will try. I would have been like, I will
Dino,
at
a
least
minute and
make
a half.
Here's a question for you. What was your most unnerving moment meeting someone at a show? Whether it be Vigo, me, or Swift.
Well,
or
is it
Well,
like
Just the Archer.
Wait,
Just
we were-
throw me under the bus at every fucking opportunity now.
do you mean like just like as in?
Aye,
You mean
but
like
what
just
was-
as in WrestleZone?
Aye, what was your what's the best way you would describe your first experience of helping out a show, whether it was
I
staffing or whatever?
I think like I'd met everyone at training except for Crusher Crabe, and then I met Crusher Crabe at a training show. Not a training show, at a show.
it was on
And-
was it not?
It was an Anarchy or it was a Northern Hotel show or whatever. And I just seen him and I was expecting, because he's fucking huge, I was expecting it to be really scary.
One of
But he
my
went and
best
shook my hand and he was like the nicest guy ever. And I was like,
That was the same. The first time I met him was at Anarchy 317 when he came back, and I was standing. I can't remember who I was standing with at the time, but I said, "Oh fuck, there's Crusher. We'll need to go like shake his hand." And I was shitting myself to do it. And then
like, the nicest guy ever.
uh,
Hello, how you doing?
one of my
I-
best pals.
I had
listen-
only ever like before my debut in what year was it? 2019. God, that is a long time ago. Yeah, that
Long
I
time
really
ago,
can't remember.
Get the
Yeah,
fuck, mate.
yeah.
no, it's 20.
Like-
no, yeah, you're right. 2019.
No,
sorry,
19. Yeah, January 2019. Before that, that was my first match on a show, and the match I had with him, that day was like the first time I'd ever properly chatted to him. And Ryan, do you remember? You were the one that told me I was having the match with him. Do you remember that?
What was that?
Yeah. So I
Oh,
got
shit, Ryan under the bus.
Oh,
No.
fucking shooting,
No,
man.
it's not.
Dino is fucking shooting.
No. But like, I got a message from the booker like
Dino is shooting.
weeks and weeks prior, like the start of
Dino,
January, saying like,
shooting.
shut up, like saying like, oh, are you gonna be free for the show? And like,
Dino is
that,
fucking
like that,
shooting.
that, like I thought, I was like, oh, I'll just for like security and that. So like, it was like a month or so before. So I just like
Dino
booked
is
it off, and I was
fucking
like,
shooting.
Archer, shut up. So I just like booked it off. Just like I was like, yeah, I've booked it off. Like I'm all good.
Dino
And then
is
like,
fucking
and
shooting.
shut up. And then I was just like until even like the week before, I was like, I just came into training, thought nothing of it, And I remember it was you and Dynamite, like, but it was you first came up to me, and like you were like, "Oh, you know, you're the one answering Crusher's open challenge," and I was like, "Shut up, no, I'm not." And then Dynamite also was like, "No, you are," and I was like, "I am getting ribbed here, like I am not." And then it was like the rest of the night, I thought you were ribbing me, and then like eventually I found out, and I was like, "This is 2 days before I am having a match." What?
Yeah.
I spoke to him like maybe twice ever before that. But thankfully he's like lovely, because like I was for 2 days I was just like sitting there like, what I'm doing what, like what's happening? Like,
I mean, that was the thing. Though. It was only meant to be a one-off. Like you were just meant to be crushed, and that was it. Over with.
Yeah.
And then you got that big reaction, like the guys, like the fans asking afterwards, like, "Yes, Connor, right, blah 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 blah."
I remember like
I was like, "All right, we'll get this guy back in again." And then eventually, it's like you're eliminating him for the Rumble, and just
I remember backstage when you answered the open challenge at Summerhill. I remember being backstage with the guys, and as soon as that pop happened, when you got a little bit of a flurry on him, and then he finally he beat you or whatever. Backstage, the guys were like, "He's eliminating Crusher from the Rumble." Instantly, they knew, and that was it. They had like a year's worth.
That's the thing. It's like it was like even during that, like it was only supposed to be a squash, and he gave me like, you know, so much more than he needed to. You know, he basically didn't have to give me anything. And, you know, he's lovely enough that he just let me get like some things in. Yeah. And then like I got when I like, you know, he beat me and I got to the back, it was like, "Oh, you're gonna eliminate in the Rumble." And then like by the end of that night, it was like, oh, like by the end of the Rumble night, it was like, okay, we've planned out like the next 9 months and it's gonna culminate in this. And then it was like even through the next year, and then you're gonna end up doing this. And I was like, I've had like 2 matches. What are you talking about? I was like,
run with it, kid. Run with it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't even have gear. My
favorite part of this story is you describing Crusher Crave as lovely.
Lovely guy.
At this point, Crusher's just raging. He's like, "Fuck, you've just ruined it for me." Fuck you.
This is a
Crusher,
point
if you're listening, we're sorry.
This is a point about Crusher, and it goes for Garlic as well. Like, I remember Garlic. Oh, fucking hell. Garlic is he's an intimidating individual.
He's intense.
He's intense, yeah. So I was like, "Oh God, I'm having a triple threat," and it was like his second appearance back. It was a triple threat. It was me, him, and Bradley. So I would put together a match, and he seems like really nice. So I get out, I do my entrance. Bradley comes out. And I'm standing in the ring, I'm like, "Oh, I'm really confident for this match." And then Garlic comes out and screams and then looks at me, and I go, "Does he realize? And I turned to Ted and I went, "Does he realize I'm winning? Like, does he know?" He's so fucking intense. And that's the same as Crusher. I've never faced Crusher on a show, but when we done a match in training once, and then like we'd done like little entrances, so then I get to the ring, turn around, Crusher gets to the ring, and I'm looking at him across the ring, and I'm like, "It's a training match. It's a training match, Crusher. Snap out of it. Snap out of it, Crusher. It's a training match."
Oh, it's all real.
Like, I believe it 100% with both of them. Like their eyes say it. Like they're legit. I generally thought when Garlic came out of the Northern, I was like, he's away kicking shit at me. I was like,
that's it. Is it once you go through that curtain though? Is it? I said, Vigo, you're probably the same as me. Is it? Once you're through the curtain, you are that guy.
Aye.
You're not that the guy you're behind the curtain. Like, you and me, I don't know how.
Crusher is that dedicated to being a monster, though.
Yeah,
that's how you should be. It's like as soon as you walk through that curtain, whatever character, whether you're funny, serious, I'm gonna fucking kill you, or whatever character you are that guy from the second you walk through, the second you walk back through. You are that guy.
That's definitely like the thing that, like, I mean, I know, like, you know, most people just about most people that start, you know, have this issue. Is like when I start, I just like going through the curtain and like having the confidence to be like, okay, you know, I'm in the zone and like that. But like now, like, just I don't know if it's just like, you know, just the break from being away from everything, or just I say getting older. I know it's only been a year, but you know, like,
feels like it's been a long
but not not so much, not so much like getting older, but just like feeling more confident in myself. Like I can't wait to I'll probably still be nervous, but like I feel like I'll be much less nervous going out in front of a crowd and performing now than I would have been back, this time last year.
You see,
Yeah,
that's the thing,
it's good to be nervous though. Like I feel
Yeah,
if
no,
you-
definitely, yeah.
If you lose that nervous feeling before a show, then it just shows you're not caring as much.
Yeah.
What
You want to care, yeah.
Aye, listen, even like I said, even as long as I've been doing it, there's some, like I said, I'll admit, there's some shows you don't feel it as much, but there's always that little bit.
Yeah. You still
But-
want that butterflies. That
Aye,
you want
that's
that,
it.
yeah.
But I know for a fact, is whenever we get back to shows, whether that's 3 months, 6 months, whenever from now,
40 years.
fuck me. I get the fuck, mate.
Archer will be
post-
by then. His knees will be
Well.
100.
Our first show back will be my retirement match.
There's a reason why I'm in a tag team, mate.
There's a reason we're a
Yes.
3-man team now. I can't even carry it now.
Look after this guy. But I'll admit, I'm more nervous now than I was 10 years ago, 11 years ago.
Really? I wouldn't have
That's-
expected that.
But it's like you've been out of it for a year. It's like my body's been used to feeling the grind, feeling fucked, feeling sore. You're
Yeah.
used to it. It's like being out of that for a year. It's like, can I go to? I know for a fact I can't go at the same pace I used to. Yes,
No,
I'm
yeah,
37, but it's like I've been 10 years non-stop, constant, the grind.
Yeah.
Can I go the same? There's
Aye,
new
that'll
guys
be it, though.
coming in.
Just a few.
Yeah.
Like
Age
obviously,
doesn't matter. Like
We'll keep
sometimes your
training
body just
at some point.
won't
Like
let you.
I don't think we'll get shows before the second half of this year at the fucking very earliest.
Oh, October at
No,
least.
I,
Aye.
I'm,
So you
yeah,
get-
I'm,
you
I'm,
get
I'm,
your
I'm
training-
hoping for the second half.
Like at the minute we've got non-contact training.
Yeah.
Like before then we're getting contact training. We'll get training matches with each other. So by the second half of the year we'll be ready to go again. We'll be back in the same shape. Well, we should be.
Why I say this is
Yeah.
it's building myself up because I've been out of it for over. I'm fucking nervous building back up to that level because I've been at that level for 2010, 2011 till 2020, and then it's just
Aye.
gone.
Like 10 years and then it's just stopped. Aye.
But actually, I mean, you came in, Dino's came in, fucking Ryan's came in. It's like, oh, it's like, okay, so right, you guys are fucking ahead of me. I've got to try and find my place here.
Like
So
I came back and I can't move. Like I was quite agile for a big guy, and I was not there anymore.
One thing that got me was like when you're doing it obviously regularly, you're training every week, twice a week, 3 times a week or whatever.
Aye.
Like your footwork, obviously you work on your footwork, but eventually it gets to the point where you don't need to think about it, you just do it.
Aye. Yeah.
But it's
Aye.
when you come back to training after like a year and a half out, your body just doesn't remember that footwork. So
Mate, taking a
Whenever back
buckle,
training,
like,
yeah,
mate, taking a
last
buckle,
week-
I am doing mathematics, figuring out how many footsteps I'm trying to take.
Yeah, you're thinking, are you going right foot first, left foot, or right,
Yeah.
and then left foot?
Do
or
I
right?
take
Yeah,
4
that's-
steps? Do I take 5, 3?
Well,
Like,
That's the thing. I always fucked it with all people. It said just to go and do it. I just didn't
that's
think
the
about
thing.
it.
Like, yeah, if someone whipped me from a from buckle to buckle right now, I could take a buckle. But like, if
Actually-
I'm doing it by myself, I can't do it.
Aye.
Well, it's not so much the physical side, it's more the kind of, it's the building the
Mental.
cardio. And mental, I've been out of it for years, so I've gotten used to the not doing it. It's like, I kind of need to get myself back in the mental state of, right, you're doing this, you're doing that, get used to doing this again. But like I say, I'm at the stage, fucking 10, 11 years, I'd rather help guys get ahead of me than me get ahead of them. That's where I sort of see myself.
Such a veteran Archer.
Enhancement.
Better,
that's-
better. But that's the thing.
Soon you'll be making an entrance to no music.
I need to go for
Currently in the
a
ring, Chris Archer.
Currently in the ring, aye.
No, I don't get out for a certain price, mate.
Fuck that.
That's
As long as we'll never be currently in the ring.
That's it.
Nah,
I'm
nah.
You'll be getting all the
I'll be-
bells and whistles,
Aye,
pyro, everything.
But-
we're fucking
That's it.
6-minute entrance.
I'll be like, I'll be like fucking. I'll be-
Well, wait. Come on, dude.
I'll-
Wait.
hey, no, you, Vago, you and me will be like fucking taking. It'll be 4 or 5 minutes before we get to the fucking ring.
Aye, the match is shorter than the entrance at this point.
Hey, you get paid the fucking same, mate.
Aye. That was my philosophy in a rumble. Is that, I mean, pay the same. Doesn't matter if I get 5 minutes or 25 minutes, get paid the same.
But actually,
Yeah.
you get guys now. It's like, oh, I want to get this in. I want to get this in. It's like, guys, it's like, then it's just great and enjoy what you do.
Aye.
Regardless whether you get paid this or you get paid that, it's like I'm losing this match, I'm winning this match. It's like we're wrestling about and fucking half naked. Who gives a flying fuck? No.
You say that, I'm still politicking as fuck. I still want to win.
You've been a politicking bastard the past 5 years.
Oh, Connor's walked in with his 2-liter bottle again.
I should speak
Yeah.
lemonade.
Vago, I love you just the same. I love you just
But
the same.
since we're speaking about politicking, I can Dino want to get back into his backyarding again. He's politicking. Or his brother's politicking even.
Fucking Vern Gagne Jr.
I love that your brother did a storyline where he did a run-in without telling you.
Then I just didn't run
Mate,
without
like-
telling anyone it was going
Mate,
to happen.
I only finished listening to that last night when I was driving to training, and I was just gaggling all the way.
It's,
So good.
it's tremendous.
Here's a question.
What was
for
it?
you.
The stone heaving leg drop? Is that
Don't
what
hear
it
a
was?
leg drop.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, right? How old do you feel right now? Regardless of how old you actually are, how old do you physically feel right now?
Do you want a breakdown of body parts, or do you just want my whole body?
Just take an average, it's fine.
Mate, you're,
my right arm feels 25 years old.
hey, you're speaking to the wrong fucking person, mate.
I feel about my age. I feel for now.
Fuck
I
you.
feel my age as well.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Wait, Archer. Wait, I was trying to figure out this out a couple weeks ago. Wait, Archer, how old are you now?
I'll be 27 in July.
So you'll be
So he's
when I
26
started.
now, Connor.
Yeah,
Come on.
yes. So when I started, you were 22, 23, and I'm 21 now. And everyone, as soon as I started, saying, "Oh, you'll be the next Archer and you'll be broken." So that gives me a year or two before I'm absolutely broken.
But is that it sounds right? That first few years, you think, "Oh fuck, I'm invincible." Once you get to about the 10-year mark, it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, I'll slow down
Yeah.
a bit.
I would say like
Sorry, continue,
No,
Connor.
no. I was just gonna say like
Oh, I'm not going to use them,
You fucked it already,
Uh,
mate.
ladies first. I'll go.
Fuck his mate. Like, this is the thing. Like, Archer never had a tag team partner like me to rein him in at the start. So like, he's fucked before I even got them. Like, you've got Crusher there to keep you fucking in check. So you'll be alright.
Yeah.
Like, Archer was left as game devices, was it? Nah. He was always the veteran. It's like, and he fucked himself up. And by the time I got him, he was just like, he's like 40. He's like, I just need to just.
But actually, so you,
I've
me,
definitely-
you, especially you, me, Vagos, and I still manage to this day. Is like, I've had a few tag team partners over the years I've done it, but you and me clicked for the day one. I'll admit that.
I've always said this. You had Stevenson for a while. You were the fucking outcast or whatever it was.
You were
And
a revolution for a cup of tea.
Revolution, for 2 minutes, and you got booted out. And then you were alpha male, and then you were with me, and then we were tag team champs within fucking 9 months. It's like, well,
That's it. It's a
well.
Actually, it's right. Well, you and me is like, where's what, 10 years between us?
Aye,
9 years.
there is. I'm 37, so there's 10 years. So.
But actually, I've never felt younger than you. You've never felt older. I would assume you've never felt older than me.
No.
But actually, I've clicked with you for day one. But as I said, I said to the guys when we did the podcast the first time, we teamed the first time. I thought there's something there.
Aye.
Right,
The proving, was it proving grounds? With singlet in the kick
Cards and
pads.
singlet.
You had
It's like,
bastard on the back.
Never
You
get
had
back to that.
bastard. You had bastard in your denim jacket.
Aye.
But actually, But that's the thing is that I mind is the one thing I don't know, you, me, the one thing that sticks in my mind, I don't know why it sticks in my mind recently, but you, me, Bradley Evans, we did a Comic Con, whatever fucking year it was, I can't mind. I said, oh, we'll go out for a few drinks later. Yeah, no worries, we'll go out. Couple of steaks, couple of beers. Walked out the building. As soon as we hit the fresh air, that was everyone fucked. But that is, I'm not gonna lie, that's the shit I miss. Not
Oh,
all
I
of
can't,
that.
I can't wait to like go on nights out with everyone from us. So like that and galas. Like I mean, like shows and just like everything in general. But like I used to hate galas, but like
Are you sure we're
now,
a
like-
bad influence?
My goal is to be on WrestleZone nights out like Haku, just absolutely rip fuck out of folk. I'm just
You
gonna
do that
start
anyway,
fighting for
My
no
goal
reason.
is to see a Stonehaven leg drop in an actual show. That's
Yes.
my
I will
goal.
do it. I will do it.
Who here wants
That's
to see
all I'm
that?
waiting for. Just a
I want to
Stonehaven
see
leg
that.
drop.
I want to take us
here
to
wants to see it?
Haven leg drop on a night out and then be carried home.
Why
Off
do
the
you want that
table.
to happen, Connor?
But someone carry me back.
I remember one of the nights out we were on, I think we were in Drummond's, and there was a few of us, and Archer, you were there. And
Was
we
it?
were all working holds on your hair.
Oh, fuck. Hey, I can top at me. Right? One night, I don't know if you were in this was years before your time. We're in O'Neill's, but the upstairs bit. Vago, you might remember this. And we somehow got the whole building doing squats to a song.
I vaguely remember that, yeah.
The song in question, I can't remember, but I do remember doing squats to a song.
Yes.
And I remember being with Malice is the only person I remember being there, but I don't know what song we were doing.
Malice was always there.
He will be here long before we are. He will be
If
here.
he survives
100 years
Caleb kill him in out the rumble, he will be here forever.
That
Yeah.
man will survive a nuclear war. I am fucking telling you now. He will be here fucking 100 years from now.
Only
No.
two things will survive a nuclear war: cockroaches and Lord
Hey.
Mr. Malice.
Nothing
Wait,
scary.
Is
Nothing
that not the
scary.
same thing?
Nothing scarier, right? I remember in training, Malice, somebody was wanting to learn how to do a shoulder tackle off the second. So
You've
Malice was
kissed Malice, have you?
no, Malice was like, oh,
Not yet.
I'll practice. I'll show you
Dino
how to do
kissed
it.
Malice.
And I don't know how Malice is able to keep eye contact through a full
You-
shoulder tackle, but just this
you
unit
kiss
of a
Malice.
man coming towards you, it's fucking wild.
Dino kissed Malice.
I think I bust Malice open once by accident. I can't remember if I did, but I remember
Who was
kicking
it?
him in the nose. What?
You've kissed him, have you?
No, I can't. I think once at like some session, it was his idea, but he wanted to see if I could or me. It might have been me. I can't remember, but he was holding my my right leg, and he wanted to see if I could backflip off just me standing. I couldn't. I
did
fell
that
on.
once.
I fell on my shoulder and just kicked him right in the chin/nose.
And he still lived.
Yeah, I think I can't remember if it was the same night, or it might have been a different night. But it is probably the thing me and him joke about most. And there was very few people there, and I wish it was filmed. But one night, it was just it was a Wednesday, so I don't know if either of you two were there. But it was just people,
We
it
probably
was
were,
just
yeah.
it was just some jokey night where people were just hitting finishers on each other. And Malice told me, I don't know if you either do it. Malice told me to hit an F5 on him.
What?
I
Did
vaguely
you
remember.
mind?
That rings a bell now.
Yeah, okay. So you know me,
Vago, we
massive
must have been fucking half cut.
guns right here.
I can't
Malice,
remember this shit.
not the lightest of humans, me not the strongest of humans. I got him up, he posted well, and then it was oh,
You know what the fuck's happening.
so he basically fell on his head as I fell backwards, and I was
Don't do that. Don't.
never doing that again. Yeah, I joke to him all the time. I was like, "You want an F5?" And he's like, "No." I'm like, "Thank God, I will." Fun enough, I don't think that will ever be my finishing move. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
maybe
seem the type to just hit an F5 on anyone,
Especially Malice.
I could maybe do one to Archer.
No, do that, Dino.
Yeah, maybe Archer.
Yeah, Archer, you want to take an F5 from me?
No, I've done enough shit myself.
He says no to that, but he'll still miss moonsaults on galas.
Aye, you will.
That hurt. Believe it or not, that hurts less, pal.
Just take clotheslines on the floor and just. I'm taking it easy.
What was
no,
it?
you-
Was it Pataudry? I think Dino, you spoke about it on your podcast.
Aye.
Dino was like,
Aye,
no,
like a bump
Archer
over
was
the
like,
rail.
I'm feeling it a little bit, I'll take it easy. But he's still taking bumps on the concrete floor at Pataudry.
That's the thing, right? If I like it, I'll take the bump for you. If I didn't, fuck you.
I forgot this until like me and like Ted was at training last night, and like I was speaking to him, and you know Haddo House, like that is probably like my favorite gala I've been to. Like as you know Archer, your private dressing room, so of course it's your favorite.
Hey, mate, I've done enough of those fucking things. Every gala I've fucking done, mate. You name a gala, I've done it.
But like I remember, like we had a match, and like I remember we were on the outside. And the ref counted like we were outside. I don't know, like he was just beating me outside, and the ref was like 8, 9.
You
9
forgot
and
to
a
get
half. 9 3/4.
We were probably still outside for 3 minutes. Like it was like it was like 9. All right, I'm not counting anymore. It's a false count anywhere. Good, okay, time to count. But I remember at one point, like Ted was like he was like pretending to go for a suplex, and like I'm just like stupid. So like I was like, oh, he's going for a suplex, and it's just wood floor. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, we're just gonna take a suplex on the wooden floor. So I was like, he pretended like it was like he was gonna go like and like tease it, and I was like, I just like I went basically like halfway up, and I was like, I'm ready to go, and he was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, oh, I was just gonna go for a suplex, and like he was like, just fucking punch me, you idiot. And I was like, oh. Why are you not just gonna suplex me? Why are you not just gonna absolutely destroy my back?
It's a gala, Connor. Come on.
Wait, there's like 3 mothers and 4 children there. Why are you not wanting to hurt me? Like, come on.
Haddo House it holds a special place in my heart because Haddo House is the venue that I once did a high five on the stage, but instead of giving the actual high five, I slapped my thigh at the same time just doing the high five.
Did I wrestle you that night?
I can't remember who it was, but I gave someone a high five on the stage and I slapped my
I'm
leg.
pretty sure I wrestled you that day.
Oh,
I wrestled you in a tag that day.
The day wrestling wrecked.
Ryan,
But,
do you remember?
I've wrestled all of you at some point, so aye.
Ryan, do you remember that? Like, I think I won the battle royal that day. Do you remember you slid back in, and you were a bit of collar spot to me, and like
Fuck
I just
you,
like
Connor.
jump off the top. I just like jump
Fuck
off like
you, Connor.
the second rope, and I just seen you there, and I just super kicked you for
Yeah,
You know,
I went
fuck
in,
you.
I was
Tell
going to
Connor,
call-
fuck you.
I was going to
You were
call
gonna call
RKO.
Yeah.
And
you
as soon
know,
as I went to
tell
call
Connor,
it,
fuck
you threw a super kick and hit me shoot in the face.
I was
and
just
well,
like,
I'm
oh, this
taking a
is-
super kick.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this.
Dino, tell Connor, fuck you.
Fuck you, Connor.
Haddo House is just the best gala venue.
I remember.
That was the same rumble I hit Connor with a stunner, and he did the full
Yes!
rock, and nobody popped for it. I was like, "Fuck yous, we're done here. Just go home. Fuck yous,
I
you
was
fucking
fucking
dicks."
raging. I literally got the full fucking. I've got.
Yes, you're on.
Consent.
We're live and clap.
Yes, we're on.
Consent.
So we're back again, and we tried to get in the backyard and before Archer took over with his questions, but we'll get into it now.
Fucking Archer, man.
So I know Dino's a big backyarding guy. Well, I say he had his promotion, but his brother had his promotion just for Ganya.
He was the money guy. He was a booker. Never settled the ring though.
That's what we do, though, is it?
Mm-hmm.
So as far as
Wait.
backyarding goes, was anyone into it before they got into the actual wrestling? Like,
Honestly, no.
I seen Ryan shake his head there, so easy.
I remember, well, when I was younger, I remember going to like a youth club that I was part of, and they would put up a bouncy castle every Friday or whatever.
Aye.
And when you're young, you just fight.
How old are you
other-
again?
you
Yeah.
fight other folk. And there was one time I remember trying to do like a flip or something, like in the middle of like this fake fight I was having with one of my mates. I did a flip and it landed on my neck, and I felt this pain down my entire back. And then I went home straight away crying because my back was sore. That's the only memory I have.
How old are you again?
Like
I
I know
memory I have of doing some sort of fake wrestling fighting as a
Ryan Riley's only
wrestling's
12.
Now, like I was
Riley's
the
only
same.
12
Like I
years
was never a backyarder, but me and my brother, we were mad into wrestling. Like my brother's 4 years younger
Back in
than
the
I am.
1970s.
Aye, back in the like if I were still shooting, but it was still a work before it was revealed. But aye, my brother's like 4 years younger than I am, so like we were doing other sorts of stupid shit. Like we had a hardcore match in our bedroom once, and that was how my Ghostbusters in a Ghostbusters house, and that was how my pole got broken because I snapped it with his back. there was 1 year I must have been about, I don't know how old, like I would have been 12, 13 at the time, maybe 14. Yeah. So he would have been like 4 years younger at this point. And we're messing about my granny's house, and he put a cripple crossface on me. And I managed to get my arm free and just elbow him straight in the pus, just straight in the face. And this was literally just before Christmas, like it was like the month before Christmas. So every Christmas photo of that, he's got a big black eye. And I fucking just fuck off.
Were you doing it Were you doing it on purpose, or?
No, I was shooting. I was like, just get off me. Like
you're taking a piss now. Get off me.
At this point, like I was my like when I was a kid, my nose used to like just bleed. You just touched it and it would just bleed. So at this point, it was like, and it was like it wasn't like there. It was like just right in the fucking bridge of the nose. Like I can't just burst at this point. So it was like, get fucked. Just throwing a shoot fucking elbow like. Nah, get off.
He's not working anymore. He's not working. He's shooting.
I remember when I was younger.
Every Christmas photo was just massive black fucking eye. Like so one Christmas, like we're sitting there Christmas Day, and he got like an APA t-shirt. So he's sitting there with like a sleeves cut off APA t-shirt, massive black eyes. Like get fucked.
I remember like when like me and my cousin were young, because my cousin is like 2 or something years younger than me. Like we both watch wrestling, and like before I realized like it wasn't real. Spoilers. Like
ruined it for
like an arm wringer, how like you can do that a couple times. Well, I was trying to do that to him like a couple times, not realizing how you do it. So I was just I'm pretty sure like dislocating my cousin's shoulder, and he's just like my mum had to pull me off, like saying, Connor, he's like screaming for you to stop, and I'm like,
I just thought you were selling.
Yeah, but I've only rung it once. They do it 3 times on the WWE. Like I'm a third of the way through. I can do it 2 more times, and then I'll let go.
Just wait.
Yeah, I should hit him with Code Red.
Give you a forearm, hit the ropes, hit you with a drop kick. Come on, guys.
Code Red.
He wasn't calling anything. How was I supposed to know? He was a shit worker.
Oh, it's not that bad.
But yeah, like Buck Jordan, like it's a stupid shit. Like I don't remember. Did I mention on the last podcast about when we watched ECW One Night Stand, and then the boy that was younger than me, the 9-year-old, said, "Oh, we'll go back to mine and we'll watch ECW One Night Stand." And then he whipped thumbtacks, and I spine busted him onto the thumbtacks.
No, you didn't. You did not mention that. Wait, Dino. Wait, Dino, I meant to ask. You know how you said you done like back garden. Like, what was your what was you and your brother's like setup? Like in the back garden, was it just like your back garden, or like
no, the back door was the entranceway. You come to the curtain, that's the back door. You go down the stairs, and then you had a little slab. That was where you meant to take your shoes off before you got in the ring, which was a trampoline.
Yeah.
And then we tried to do a cage match once because it had nets, like the trampoline had a net. But then
luxury.
It didn't really work. But my brother attempted to like his high spot moment of the cage match was to jump directly over it. He just ended up
That
nutting
burnt like
he
hell.
just ended up nutting himself and ripping the fucking cage.
That is amazing. Just and like it's like I'll need to get the film of one of my flatmates. Like in the last like 7 months, at one like because like a couple of my flatmates that I live with like during lockdown, like in student accommodation, were wrestling fans. So like they knew somewhat of wrestling. So they knew Triple H's entrance. So there was one night where we all were just pissed, and we're just getting like water out the tap.
Connor was
Like, fill our-
pissed everybody.
Oh, I know, many times. And we would just like, we had like, our living room slash kitchen, and we would like wait till the music comes in, open it up. Shut up, Archer. And we would open it up and just do like
Do you know?
we would just do
Archer's
Triple H's
keeping
theme,
dead.
like I remember there was I was very pissed one night, and I just done it completely just in my boxers. Just like I opened up the door, had water in my mouth, just waited till the music get water out, and just done the complete fucking Triple H entrance. Oh, that was a very fun night. I do not have the footage of that.
You haven't done.
I would show you guys that, but I hope the footage of that never actually surfaces anywhere.
You haven't done. You haven't dedicated. Now people are like, oh yeah, I wrestled on the trampoline a little bit, but you never really dedicated unless you had like a hardcore match or a ladder match or something stupid.
When we were kids, like you were on about recording it with your phones on. For we got into it, there was one, like we were maybe 7 or 8 at the time, and we took
Back in the 70s.
Back in the 70s, aye. We took like them, like it was a buddy's house. We took the like mattresses off all the beds and made a ring, and it was recorded on cassette. So it was just audio, us just scream like, "I've got a sharpshooter on you!" Like at this point, it's like, "Tag me!" Like fuck off. And as you can hear, just like 7-year-old screaming like fuck, like because like obviously at that point you didn't get out of work a fucking sharpshooter. It was like, nah, it's just a shoot at this point. It's like, I can now put your legs around there, and I'm just gonna yank it like fucking break your back. So
a boy in my school got in a fight with another guy, and he put him in the walls of Jericho till he cried.
There was a guy in UFC did that.
Yeah,
He won a match with
Yes.
it worked. I like it.
It worked.
it's like the pile driver is banned in UFC. You're not allowed to do it
Yeah.
because it instantly will break someone's neck
Yeah.
or kill them.
What shit workers? What shit workers they are.
I was watching
Imagine that, but
like early UFC when it was like
just punch each other in the dick and
it
everything.
was like I was either UFC 1 or 2, and I was this little like Japanese or Chinese dude, and then it's the sumo wrestler, like a big kind of fucking guy, and he like tripped and he just like literally booted him right in the fucking puss. He's like, get fucked. It's like that would no danger that would get over in UFC now. Like that's a disqualification, but it's like nah. Back in the end days, like it was like I said, it was either 1 or 2, and it's just like nah, fuck off. It's a broken fucking jaw. Fuck off.
When you were saying about,
there's a friends episode dedicated to the UFC.
yeah, because John Favreau's in it.
Gate.
He wants to be the ultimate fighter. Yeah, so it's when you were saying about the mattresses, you put the mattresses. We had the mattresses in the living room because I'm gonna get sad news for a little bit. Eddie Guerrero just passed, so we had a tribute match.
Yeah, I'll do my tribute. Just
my brother hit me with the 3 amigos, then did a frog splash off the sofa after pointing to the sky, of course.
Obviously,
this is literally like 2 hours after the Raw has just finished.
What a tribute.
For the tribute. It's just fucking.
I forget how young you guys are.
Yeah.
I just imagine you just having like a minute's silence as well before your match.
wearing black armbands.
I generally think I ended up buying the shirt. Like it was at the next WWE event. It was the 1966. It was like the white outline of Eddie's face, 1967 to 2005, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, 5. Just before the end of 5. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was one of the fantastic moments. And then we tried to do an Ultimate X match in the trampoline. So we got like rope from the washing line and tied it to like the four posts of the trampoline. But then my brother was like, right, I'll try climbing it first, and it just instantly fucking snapped, and he just went down. So
That's the thing. Is like,
Fuck.
no,
You
only,
figure-
no, like, no,
we put it up again, and then the rules where you can't lift your feet up. You've just got to pretend like you're crawling along. You just got to.
That's right. I never done like like backyard wrestling or anything because
Vigo, you
we would
hearing
all
the shit?
we would all go right to my mates. We had a trampoline, so we wrestled like on the trampoline.
Well, that's fine.
I remember yeah. So but what was great is like my friend Liam had this like massive trampoline, and then he had like the smaller trampoline as well. So like we could do like dives.
War games.
Yeah. No, literally we would do stuff like that where it would just be like one coming in, and like it would just be like you like his garden was massive as well, so you could literally run in, like jump on the little trampoline and then do like a flip dive onto like everyone else, like because like the massive trampoline was so big. It was fucking amazing. But I remember one time like we would do so much stuff like wherever, like we would do like a tag match where like 8 people would sit on like the little trampoline and like we would like wrestle. But the thing is, like we would like wrestle, but we would basically just be fighting each other and basically just like be like punching each other because we didn't know what wrestling was. And like you would just beat the other person until they were like in somewhat of a move to do a move, and then they would be like, okay, well you've got me in a move since you've beat me up. You can now do the move to me, and you would then let them do it to you. But I remember I would always love like I would pretend to kick someone with my left leg. So then like they would grab it and be like, I've got you, and then I would just like integrate them in the head. But I would just like properly like actually just like kick them in the head as hard as I could.
Still.
Yeah. See, I've not learned. Yeah.
This reminds me of when we were watching TNA and Low-Ki was on screen. So everyone knows Low-Ki. Low-Ki's a very stiff fucker of a wrestler. So my brother, Low-Ki's finish is the Warrior's Way, which is a double foot stomp. So my brother's like, yeah, I've just watched Low-Ki. Let's go have a match and I'll do Low-Ki's finish. My brother did not temper said Warrior's Way.
So wait, it's the word you when you say like a double, do you mean like
it's a
like
coup de grace.
I was about to say like the coup de grace, yeah.
My brother did not temper. Yeah, my brother didn't temper it in the fucking slightest.
That is amazing. I remember once like there was like I remember 3 times like one of my best mates, Daniel, in the world. I remember I accidentally like sent him home and like
your mate's called Daniel in the world.
Yeah, one of my best mates, Daniel, in the world. Like he would live like round the corner from me, and like his mom and my mom were friends, and like I would we would do like trampoline wrestling, but like it would be like dark, and even when it like we would like all fall off the trampoline and still be wrestling that and pretend to be like hitting each other. And for some reason, somehow like I ran into him. It was either 2 or 3 times I ran into him like knee first and sent him home with a bloody nose.
Ooh, you
and it's like, and his mum was very annoyed with mine, which was understandable, but it wasn't. Yeah.
Your mum's worked the match.
Even though I liked him.
Know how so much people have like broke their neck in the styles clash. I must have took it about 100 times in my backyard in Korea, and I never had a fucking problem.
Fucking amateurs.
I'm a German.
Like I've never done. Well, I've done it in training, just like on time mapping. Like if like you'd hit the ropes and run in, you do like a dive and like flip over the ropes, and you like what I'm talking about.
The Conhilo.
This is a great example. Just like
fuck it, see what happens.
You can do as much time as you want. I'm still not gonna get what the fuck you're on about.
But there you go. Then what are you doing?
Like diving over, jumping over the top rope and flip. Essentially, Ryan will listen.
Just say
that unnecessarily complicated.
Yeah, it's just
he's leaving me with fucking nothing. Yeah.
So like we would be having like some sort of match or like a battle royal, and like everyone would be like on like the outside of the trampoline somehow. Like I would be like the last person or something, and everyone would be like the trampoline would be like here, and everyone else would be like somehow outside, and I would be like running from the other side of the garden. And the garden's really long, except the end. The trampoline is here, the end is here, and then it was a hill. So I remember, like, I ran all the way, jump on the small trampoline, and like got the one bounce, jump so high, jump on the normal trampoline. I was like, okay, time to flip. Landed in a bush at the bottom of the hill, hit fucking nobody. And I literally was like, I have broken my back. Like, I was like, I am in so much pain. Like, I literally went home and I was like, I might need to go to like A&E. Like, I was lucky I lived around the corner because I basically crawled home. I was like on one leg. Like, this is like, how do people do this?
This is
Probably a bit safer than ours.
Oh,
This is Archer.
we went to mate's house, and he had a trampoline, and he had his backyard wrestling federation. You know, it was a working agreement here. You know, talent trade. So we went, and the boy's cousin was there. We never met his cousin before, so we're speaking to him, and we asked him, you know, who's your favorite wrestler? You know, I like Rey Mysterio. I like
Go on, go for a push again.
at the time it was Psychosis and Super Crazy as well. So he was like, okay. He's like, oh, his trampoline didn't have a net around it. It was just like a massive, it was like a 15-foot, 16 foot, whatever. And ours was just a 13-foot steel cage. So he said, oh, I'll hit you with the Hurricanara, end up outside and I'll dive. Okay, my brother was like, okay, no problem. So my brother didn't know you were meant to catch a dive. So my brother just stood there as the boy just ran like a fucking torpedo and just went with like a wham, and just like slammed his head against the concrete. It's just fucking. That's also when we used to jump off his shed onto the trampoline.
Yep, I've done that. Been there. Fucking got a t-shirt for it, mate.
No, if you jump off with like more than one person, you might get a bounce and get sent away flying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking horrible, mate.
3 folk done that. We done it, and one boy went flying off the trampoline and into the ditch at the back of his garden.
Yep.
I'm surprised none of you or your mates have been seriously injured in your backyard in wrestling days.
Well, like I said, I
Right,
should have been
pure fucking luck,
paralysed.
mate.
I should have been paralysed.
This Dino will probably agree with me here. It's pure fucking luck that we're still here.
Well, let's look back. Pile driver dropped on my head, could have broke my neck. My brother done a moonsault, me fully retained and landed knees first on my chest. Could have touched my leg.
Right.
We ran into a bush at full pelt, which means we could have like fucking jammed our fucking eyes out with sticks. I got dumped on my neck on an ironing board during my good housekeeping match.
Did you win? That was the important thing.
No, I didn't. Of course,
No,
my brother was booking it. Of course I didn't fucking win.
you.
My brother was booking it. Of course I didn't fucking win.
Well, I would have done you anyway.
He was running at this point, aye. It's no chance.
Who's
No,
the booker here?
We got
Fucking
a TV
shit.
deal coming. He was like, "We need to keep it strong. We need to keep it strong here." Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Whoever's
you're
house you were at, they had to go over.
But with that, we've only got 10 minutes left at this point, so I think that's a good time to wrap it up.
I would say so.
We've covered a lot of shit there, and Archer's fairly pished, so that's a good time to wrap it up.
I think
Cheers,
fairly.
fairly
fishy. That's the benchmark, pal.
So yeah, at this point, it's like we're going to stop. So thank you to my guests for Dino Del Monte, Ryan Riley, Chris Archer, and Connor Inglis for the very first Mickey's heavy metal mixer. It's not the Catley mixer, but it's up there. It's a mixer.
Fucking heavy metal, mister.
Although,
Wait, who gets the trophy?
that's no trophy. Fuck off.
You get a
Fuck,
trophy
get
on
the
it.
fuck on.
Yeah, I got a trophy.
You get a trophy.
Archer's the most
Best-
pissed, so he can get a
best-
trophy.
He-
Archer,
The most
Archer
pissed
gets the
trophy of
most
the
pissed
night.
trophy. Connor gets the has never listened to a band trophy.
Yeah.
Dino gets the backyard wrestling trophy, and I get the
The
8
eyes
post on a
trophy.
podcast trophy.
Eyes didn't
What?
work. Trophy. That's fine.
Yeah.
So with that, thank you, my guests, for this week. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back from this nonsense at some point in the future. I don't know, Ken. We'll do something.
Yeah, you will.
Well, there'll be a lot of this nonsense. So thank you very much.
Cheers,
Good
guys.
night.
Thank you.
Bye.